All right, let's go live now. Officially live. All right. Yeah, I'm on now. Take your time. All right. Officially gone live. Just waiting for my normal fans to jump on in here. And I'm gonna send a link, but I'm only gonna send a link to a select few, not just anybody. You know what I'm saying? And there's valid reasons, of course. Not just gonna just create a live just for the hell of it. Nah. And I went away for Jennifer Hawkins to jump in here. I'm gonna send old girl a link. She can hop on up in here. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. We got one viewer. I wonder who that one viewer is, by the way. Hey, Empress Jenna, what's good? What's going on? I'm just waiting for like I said, some more people to get up in here, and then I gotta send Jennifer the link. So, like I said, what's good, Pistol? What's good, man? Just wait for my homegirl. Just wait for my homegirl Jennifer to get up in here because I'm about to shoot her a link. Pistol, you want in, man, or what? What you been up to, man? Saw your Lakers lost today, man. I had that series going 6 anyway. I still think the Lakers are going to win in 6. Even though I heard AD got hurt, but hope he gets better. Hope he does, man. Oh, man, I tell you what, man. Life couldn't get any better. All right, man, I'm about to send you the link. 1 second, bro. Like I said, all right, Pistol, here you go, bro. Man, I tell you what. We all need a vacation, bro. That's what we need. We need a vacation from life, man. We all deserve vacation, man. I say we all should go. Go to the moon. Oh man. Like I said, I'm just waiting for people to get up in here, so I'm not gonna start talking and yapping just yet. All right, Pistol, show your face. I know it's you, man. I mean, you can cover it back up. I just want to know if it's you or not, bro. And then you can turn it back off. Just show your face for a second. I just want to see it's you. Let me see. Okay, all right. You can turn it back off now. I'm buzzing. Yeah, because dude, there's a lot of like trolls and shit that try to come in here and they'll like click off or they'll jack off on the camera. Dude, now I got to delete the stream. That happened one time. So now I require everybody does a face thing, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because it's like I already know who's doing it. I already know the individuals who are doing it. So that's why I require everybody has to show their face first, and then I buzz them in, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Man, how you been, man?
I've been all right, man. I just did a jersey video today showing y'all my Lyle Alzado jersey.
Yeah, I saw that. Shit's dope, man. Hey, I heard AD got a groin pull again.
Yeah, not looking good, but I said the series will go in 6 anyway, regardless. But we'll see what happens, man. I mean, as
Lakers in
long as
6.
the Brooklyn Nets or the Clippers or the Celtics don't win the title, I'm good.
See, the thing you gotta understand, and LeBron is good at having it. He always has a big game 5. I noticed game 5s are usually like
That's
close
the
games.
thing with him, bro. Like he needs to start scoring. Like he could score at will when he wants to, but
Yeah, but
instead,
if AD didn't get hurt, I think the Lakers would easily be up 3-1.
right? But here's the thing: AD was having a bad game prior to that.
Yeah, I know. He had 6 points, and then he got hurt in the late, I think, second quarter or something like that.
Yeah, dude.
My bold prediction: LeBron has a big game 5. I think he's going to drop about 45. Lakers win, and then they'll secure it in game 6.
Yeah, usually, yeah, like you said, usually he has a big game 5, but we'll see.
Yeah, LeBron's always known for having a big game 5. I don't know why, but just 5's his lucky number. But if you look at history, he always has big game fives where he'll score like in the 40s.
Kyle Kuzma needs to get involved more.
Well, Caldwell Pope also didn't play either, so that didn't help either.
He's hit and miss, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you need all your players there for playoffs, man. And like I said, I think if AD can rest well, I don't know, y'all. You think he's good to go for Game 5?
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Damn, so how's work been going for you, man?
Work is work, you know.
Yeah, the lovely Jennifer Hawkins is about to jump up in here. You ever met her?
I don't think that I have.
Yeah, she's one of my followers, dude. She's real cool people. She's
So,
from
judging
Missouri.
by the title, we're gonna share like a ghost story or what?
Yeah, well, ghost stories, vacation, bucket list, things you want to do in life. I don't know. I just thought we just free for all, just talk about anything.
I could be up for a good ghost story.
For real? Is there any like legends in Phoenix or legends in Arizona, like folk tales, shit like that?
No, but I heard you don't want to be during the patch in the Paget Junction area around 3 a.m.
Well, what happens at 3 a.m.?
Supposedly the spirit comes out like a Indian spirit or something, and you don't want to be out. I don't know.
Well, wasn't there? I think Roxanne told me something about there
Yeah,
was another.
what do you call it? Yeah, the where the cattle dog lives. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
what's up?
Yeah. Jennifer, yeah, we were just already starting to talk about ghost stories and shit. She's got a whole bunch of them. Let
Yeah.
me
So
paste the
what were you
links
gonna?
if
What
you
were
get
you?
on.
You were about to tell me what Roxanne told you because she obviously lives
Well,
around here.
Roxanne told me something about the legend of Bloody Jack or some shit like that.
Yeah, I heard something like
Did you ever
that.
hear about? It's in not Junction, but what is it in
Buckeye.
yeah, Buckeye. It's like the legend of Sleepy Jack or Bloody Jack, some shit like that.
I've never heard of that. What?
Yeah.
I know y'all got some. Hey,
There's a
what
lovely
did
Jennifer
you hear
Hawkins
about?
right there.
Did you hear about the wolf girl story in near Devil's River, Texas?
Nah, what's that one? I need to type. What'd you say that one's called again? Let me look
No,
that
it's
up.
called the Wolf Girl.
Okay,
But
hold on. The
are
Wolf
you aware
Girl,
of where Devil's River is?
Devils, the Wolf Girl, the Devil's River story.
Yeah.
It's a Texas escape. It says the story begins on the Chimaka River in Georgia. Or no,
No,
or okay.
no, that ain't it.
What's the story behind it?
Well, basically, um, this woman, this woman and her husband are about to have this baby, right?
Yeah,
And this there was like a violent thunderstorm, and lightning struck. It killed the husband, and then basically the woman died of complications or whatever. And then
yeah.
they thought a bunch of wolf cubs have eaten the baby, but apparently, this whole time, these wolf pups were raising that little baby.
Damn, dude, that shit sounds scary, bro.
Yeah.
And
Hi,
it,
Jennifer. How you doing?
How are you doing?
Good,
Yeah,
good.
I'm just listening to your story. I was thinking you were talking about skinwalkers.
Go ahead, my
Yeah,
bad.
no, it's yeah, Steven, it's in this book called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the third book. And it's basically in Devil's River, Texas, which I assumed you probably heard the tale since you're a native.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, I heard the legend of the chupacabra, and y'all know that that's in the southern border of Texas and the Mexico border, where there's this alleged goat that's like that has vampire fangs, and it supposedly sucks the blood out of like animals and sometimes humans. And they made
Right.
like several movies out of this, like Hollywood movies. But the legend of chupacabra is just as fun. It's like a old Spanish folk tale. It's like Lady of the Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made a movie out of that too. And you can hear her crying at night and stuff like that. Now, I've never personally seen that, and I've
That
never
sounds
seen.
like the La Llorona tale.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. But I don't know if those rumors are yet to be true. My grandfather claimed one time that he was intoxicated and he saw the face of the devil on a goat. And back in the day, like Like he used to come home drunk from the bar, and he would walk down this long pasture in the middle of the night, and he saw this goat walking behind him. He didn't think nothing of it, but when he turned around, he looked closer. It was the face of the devil. Fucking scared the shit out of him, so he took off running.
Oh my gosh. In the Talmud, they talk about the ability for demons to take on the appearances of goats and to mingle with them. So, well, any animal or person. So it wouldn't be surprising. The only difference is that a demon, for example, if a goat or an animal or a person is actually a demon, they can't cast a shadow.
Right, that's what I heard as well.
Wait, demons can't cast a shadow?
A shadow can't cast a shadow, and a demon is a shadow.
Sounds like a vampire.
Well, it's similar to the vampire mythology, yeah, where they can't cast a reflection in a mirror. And it's Judaic. It's got to do with Talmud, but those are, some pretty interesting, wise teachings in some ways.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Pistol, have you ever seen a ghost before, or a demon, or anything?
No, not that I know of. I mean, it's possible I might have seen one, but I don't know that they're dead, or they don't know that they're dead. You know what I mean?
So, what'd you say the legend in Arizona was? You said there were some legend folk tales. I try to look some up.
Yeah, none that I'm peculiar with. I just know of the one in the Apache Junction. Like I told you, some at 3 a.m. Like this spirit goes walking. I don't know. If I read more about it, I'll let you know.
Yeah, it says there's the 8 urban legends. I'm trying to see what it is. There's one called the jackalope. It's called a part jackrabbit, part antelope. All legend. The one actually extends across American West, but still enjoys a prolific life in Arizona. Wow, it's a half jackrabbit, half part antelope with antelope antlers on a jackrabbit. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, what happened?
What?
Did he have to go? I don't see his thing up.
I think he accidentally clicked out. I'll click him back on if he comes back in. That might have been an accident. Hold on. That might have been an accident. Okay, Pistol, my bad, bro. There you go. Sorry about that. No, but it says Pancho Villa's on there. So obviously he must have lived in Arizona. They said his spirit's still lurking. Wow, I never really thought about that. Sounds kind of scary.
They have a very serious mythos about skinwalkers. Have you heard about that?
What's skinwalkers? What's that?
It's a shaman witch. So they have these shamans in different really ancient cults, and the person can take on the appearances. Have you ever heard of a fetch?
Yeah, I heard of a fetch.
What they do is they take the bits and pieces of dead people, dead creatures, things like that are brought in cases of witchcraft, and they'll take on the appearances of any of those creatures or people.
Right.
They can be used against. Well, have you seen Pumpkinhead? That movie?
Pumpkinhead is I love Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, it's totally like that. So, like, they can take on the appearance of the previous master, so to speak, whatever's feeding it, and you can feed them things like raw meat, and you bury it in the ground. And anyway, it's regardless. These skinwalkers can take on the appearances of things that have like antlers, or in some cases where they would find, for example, deer or something, but they can look like anything. And they're basically like potents of death. Like, they're very dangerous because they're usually sent out in revenge.
Right.
Damn, that sounds scary. So let me ask you guys a question. I mean, I've covered this before. When Jennifer, back when she wasn't on the stream and she was watching, do y'all guys believe in the legend of Bigfoot?
Yes.
I believe anything is possible, but there's been all kinds of theories of him being fake, that he's been real. I even went over it with Eagle Speed. Eagle Speed says he believes in Bigfoot. I mean, supposedly Bigfoot hangs around the the mountains of either Oregon or Washington. So it makes sense if he would know or not.
Yeah, it says that he's in North America.
Right, which is
Country Canada, United States. Wow, okay.
yeah, I heard it was like in Oregon, or he was like in Oregon or Washington, one of the two.
It says that, and it's allegedly a female Bigfoot, the one where it's kind of like looking back. I'm looking at it right now. And it says Bigfoot, also commonly referred to as Sasquatch in Canadian and American folktale, is an ape-like creature that is purported to inhabit the forest of North America. Supposedly, evidence of an existent Bigfoot is based on a number of docile visual sightings, disputed video and audio recordings, photographs, and casts of large footprints, etc. Some of these are speculate or known to be hoax. Bigfoot has become an icon within the fringe subculture of cryptozoology and is enduring element of popular culture. Okay,
Right.
that's pretty cool.
Pardon me. I've heard about when with Mount St. Helens, when it exploded and there was a big volcano, that the all of the park rangers and everything were coming in to evacuate people who were camping. And people say that there were witness accounts that they saw these park rangers moving big, what we'd call like Sasquatch, like creatures out of the area. I don't know if that's true, but I remember hearing about that in an account from a park ranger who was there at Mount St. Helens. Now, in other accounts too, there was a man who was in Canada, and he was basically like an anthropologist.
Right.
While they were there, they would camp out, him and his friends, who were also some variation of scientists or something. They would go out there and go camping, and they would stay the night inside of a tree trunk, and they would put a big door and all this stuff to block the entrance of this tree trunk. They have really big trees and ancient, enormous trees, redwoods.
Yeah.
But these enormous trees you can get inside of, almost drive a car through. But they would block this in because they would hear in the middle of the night these, and they had recordings of this, these strange, like, howling noises of one talking to another. And it could never explain what it was. And it sounded almost human, but then people think that it may be the recordings of Sasquatch.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
But like you said, where the volcano erupted, from my knowledge, it's in Washington, Mount St. Helen.
Right.
That's where it's at.
That's why I think the legend or folklore, whatever this is, takes place in Washington or Oregon. So that makes sense why Eagle Speed would know so much about it.
They have other accounts too of dogmen. Have you heard of this?
Dogman.
Dogman.
That I've never heard of. What's Dogman? What's that? Like, is that half dog, half man?
Yep. So it's a canid. Some people think it's like a real creature, like Bigfoot or like a bear. That's a real creature. Others think it's a shapeshifter, like skinwalkers. There's different accounts, but because sometimes they have paranormal aspects to them. But in other occasions, they can be shot. People have shot these creatures, and down in the South, they have accounts of these, and they call them all kinds of different things. But they're much like the Sasquatch. However, they have a canid face and canid features, but they can be anywhere from, like, some people say that they're not very tall. Maybe they're like, 5-6 feet tall, average human height, somewhere in between there. But they can go all the way up to people saying that they might be like 10 feet tall. So these things can get as big as Bigfoot, but they have canid features. And Diamond Princess.
Hi.
Princess.
Hello there. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay, check this out. I looked up your dog man folklore. Check this out. It says in Michigan folklore, the Michigan dog man was allegedly witnessed in 1887 in Wexford County, Michigan. The creature is described as 7 feet tall. As a 7 feet tall, blue-eyed, amber-eyed, big Liddell canine-like animal with the torso of a man and a fearsome howl that sounds like a human scream. According to legend, the Michigan Dogman appears in a 10-year cycle that falls on years ending in 7, whatever that means. Years ending in 7.
I never heard of that story about the dog man. I've been hearing other stories like.
Well, in other words, so he comes out in the years of like the next time he'll appear probably is 2027, like the year that ended
Yeah.
7. So last time he made an appearance was 2017,
Oh,
2007,
okay.
97, that sort of thing. So
Well,
that his next
that would
appearance
win
will be
more.
2027.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was he saying? I can barely hear him.
No, it's saying that it says that the dog man only comes every 7 years, ending in 7. So 2017, 2007, 97, 1997, 1987, so on.
Yeah, that's basically what it was indicating.
Yeah. So the next time
I was born in the dog year, so I was born around one of those dog years.
Well, it says sightings have been reported in several locations throughout Michigan, primarily in northwest quadrant of the Lower Peninsula. In 1987, the legend of the Michigan Dogman gained popularity with Disney jockey Steve Cook at the WTCM-FM recorded a song about the creature and its reported signs.
Well, I don't live in Michigan, so I don't know nothing about that. I live in California. We got all types of haunting going on over here.
Right. I'm from California myself, but
yeah,
currently
so
I live in Phoenix.
Hey,
you live in Phoenix.
Check this out. It said in 1937 in Paris, Michigan, Robert Fortney was attacked by 5 wild dogs and said that one of the 5 dogs walked on 2 legs. Reports of similar creatures also came from Allegan County in the 1950s and the Manistee and Cross Village in 1967.
Right.
Yeah.
There have been total accounts of coyotes, wild bandit, like big bands of coyotes, of course, but they're being led by by one of these dogmen. They'll take up wild dogs. In fact, in Michigan, when they documented what they think was a dog man, but in his arms was a small white dog, a domestic dog, as if this dog man had taken somebody's pet and was keeping it as its own pet. So they have intelligence about them. That's something that off left field, but talking about the dogman folklore as if it was not a folklore, but like a grizzly bear or like an animal, like a real animal that walks on its back legs.
But I have to be honest with you. I never seen such creature like because I've been haunted. Trust me, I've been haunted.
I've never seen such a creature. Yeah,
I never seen such creature, but trust me, I've been haunted before, and it's very demonic, mostly by demonic beings in my lifetime. I was haunted by incubus. I was haunted by incubus. I don't know if you guys know what an incubus is.
Isn't that like a succubus?
Yeah,
it's the opposite of the succubus.
Hey, Veronica.
It's actually the incubus haunts women. Basically, it sexually assaults women in their sleep.
Damn.
What happened?
Huh?
What happened?
Well, I was at Job Corps at the time, and it was at night. I was living on campus, and we just built this new dormitory for the students.
Mm-hmm.
What happened is that somebody, one of the staff members got stabbed to death. and we had to move into the new building right away because the people that were living in Hollywood at the time, all the way in Hollywood, they did not want to be reminded of the incident that happened on that site. So we all had to move in
Mm.
at the same time. So it was like in the middle of the downtown LA area. And this is what happened. So I don't know like what kind of type of grounds, but that ground was cursed. I tell you, that ground was cursed. I was sleeping one night,
Mm.
right? And I feel somebody touching on my breast. I
Damn.
felt like, yeah, I felt like a hand touching on my breast, on my nipples.
Mm.
Yeah. I and
Oh, damn, that must have been
I woke
scary.
up. So I got up.
Yeah, that would be.
I woke up.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. So I woke up to see who was in my room because there's supposed to be no males in the room.
Right.
I had a roommate, but she was asleep. She wasn't touching me. She was asleep. She was on her bed. I didn't see nobody there.
Mm.
So I went back to sleep. And I was trying to sleep and I feel a cold presence. Like these they can't help themselves. But I felt like a cold presence and it started to touch my breast again.
Damn.
Yes, it's like oh my God, because
Right. No, we're making light of this, but that's not funny. Like you got something that is some serious stuff. I mean, to make
can I ask
contact.
you guys a question? If a ghost had sex with you, would that still be considered rape?
For sure.
Yes, it is. It is because you're taking
Oh,
taking
yeah.
advantage of another person unwillingly. So it's so I couldn't when every time I try to get up, it's not there anymore. So I was like, okay, maybe it's in my head. I'm probably just, imagining things. I can't, see it. My roommate is asleep from across from me. She's not even up.
Mm.
Yeah. So when I went back to sleep, I felt like it visited me 3 nights in a row. But on the third night,
Okay.
it got on top of me. I was asleep. It got on top of me.
Hmm.
And it tried to rape me.
The ghost did?
Well, I don't call it a ghost. I call it like a demon, an incubus. It's basically a demon or
Did you actually see it?
No, because I couldn't wake up. I couldn't move. It was like being on paralysis, but I was conscious, but I couldn't open my eyes.
There's been multiple times where I woke up and I couldn't move.
Yeah, I couldn't move.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I couldn't move or anything.
Mm.
Only lasted for like a few minutes and then it was over.
Right.
Because after that night, I moved to another room. Well, I moved to an upstairs, another. I went to the another level up above me where I used to share a room with my roommate. I moved and I never saw the entity again. Never.
Did you see something like a wave in the dark or
no? I couldn't see anything. Like,
did you hear anything?
No, it was like touching me. It wasn't touching. It wasn't touching no other part but my breast.
Oh.
All right. You know what's interesting though? It's really confusing because either it was one of these, an incubus, succubus, a demon of some kind, or it was a ghost. It could have been a ghost too.
I read because I looked up the incubus because ghosts. I look up ghosts too. They don't do that type of stuff.
Yeah, but if 9 times out of 10, a ghost is not going to hurt you.
Yeah,
this is something else.
This is something way else. This is an incubus. The incubus is known to doing this shit to women.
What's
Oh,
a
see,
succubus?
I totally agree with that. But I also think that, well, because I think that's possible
What's
that
I
those,
don't think so because there's different levels of demons.
yeah. No, no,
Because
no. I mean, you
be-
feel like it was past that. It wasn't
yeah,
just like a, you know,
it
what it
didn't.
feel, not like what it feel like. That's not what I mean. But I mean like in your like your in your mind, what were you thinking was going on?
I have no idea, but I felt violated that night.
damn? Have you ever
Yeah,
had that
because
happen again?
I did not consent to this thing. You know, but you don't have to consent because incubus they force themselves on you
Damn.
without your consent. Because I heard numerous of stories of these things coming up, and these are from other people that are saying this. They're saying, and these are women. These are women. They're being
Mm.
visited at night by these entities at
I
Mm.
think
night, and they're being sexually assaulted by these entities. And
Damn.
I saw this one YouTuber. She's a black woman, right? She was also being sexually assaulted by an incubus, but the thing with her incubus is that she can see him. She could see him. She at first when she saw him, he was like around like 5'5" or somewhere around there. But when he was like, he would have sex with her, he gets taller. This is what she's describing. But the
whoa.
thing is, you do not want to have sex with an incubus because, for what I researched, they can take your soul. I'm not saying that this is true or not, but you have to be careful. You gotta cleanse your house. Like
Mm.
Yeah,
you
it'd
have
be
to
like
cleanse your
it's
house.
like vampiric. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. And you have to cleanse your house. You do not want these entities to come and visit you. Even with a succubus, I don't know what a succubus do to men.
I don't
Like,
know. The succubus. This is the first name of it. Sounds kind of catchy.
Well,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Succubus.
Yeah.
Get it? The succubus.
yeah, I don't know what you
well,
guys
it's your
experience.
life force. They take your life force because your
Yes, they
sexual
do.
energy is your life force, and so
Yeah,
they're
you
gonna
gotta
take
be
that.
careful. Yeah, you gotta be careful. So thank God, I did not allow this thing to take my life force. so,
Oh
so
shoot! Sorry.
I,
Well, I don't mean to sound perverted, but like one thing that Logan said, they steal semen from the men. Like all the Hollywood movies they make about succubus always is like a sexual in your window, and then she kills her victims. So that's why like
I,
I was a little bit perverted about that.
but you can get killed by these demons because when they on top of you, you can't breathe.
Mm.
You can die. But I was lucky. I was fortunate to still be here.
That's crazy because it lends into the old hag thing. You
Hmm.
know, like, the
But I'm
they
not.
test and stuff. But the reason I mentioned about the ghost thing is because I've heard accounts from people who said that they lost a husband or a wife, and they passed away, expired, but then they go to bed and they still kind of feel like their significant other comes around. So I mean, that's the only thing that I was kind of like. But in your case, that'd be completely different because you were somewhere where that was not the case
No,
whatsoever.
that was not the case. That
Yeah.
was not a
So,
relative at all. No,
right.
that was something
Right.
different because this was very scary for me, and I said I hope I do not get a visit from an incubus again.
Well, yeah.
Never.
Some Invisible Force. The movie The Entity. That's based off a true story, and that's
Mm.
freaking. That's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying about a.
Logan,
You know,
I'm not
trying
so
to.
sure because I did not end up pregnant when he tried to sexually assault me.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
I don't know how true that is.
Hey, I have a question for the panel. Rick says it. Rick says, "Do y'all believe in I don't know if you ever saw those. Well, we're probably too young for that. Well, I don't know. I mean, Miss, what's Rick said about the Miss Cleopatra? You know, like those.
Cleopatra.
You know what I'm talking about? Those people that do like they have like that crystal ball and they can see like dead people, like old
You
Oh,
dead.
you mean like the psychics that could predict the future kind of thing?
Yeah, like you know they have those 1-800 hotlines and shit. Do you think any of that's true?
You
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about? It depends because you got to be careful who you trust. I
some of them.
understand that people got a gift.
Personally, I don't want to know shit, so I don't fuck with those things.
Yeah, but no. But I'm saying, do you think those people with the crystal balls and stuff? Do you think what do they call them, fortune tellers or whatever?
Yeah, fortune tellers. Yeah,
Like, do y'all think any of that's true?
I believe anything is real.
Do y'all think that's publicity or what do y'all think? Y'all think that's real? Like they used to have the commercials where it's like call 1-800 whatever and get a live like person.
Yeah,
talking about-
yeah, those are kind of sketchy though, especially if they make you pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because people go in all the time and they'll play those cards. Like, you know, you go and you
they're
hold their
called
hand, they'll put the cards
tarot
down.
reading.
What?
They're called tarot reading.
Y'all think that's true?
No, not in most cases, no. Because you don't need a card to, predict the future.
Well,
There's people
if
that are,
anything, it could be coincidental.
All right. You're talking about Miss Cleo, and as far as that, I mean that's television, but fortune telling, reading cards, doing crystal balls, something like that. My Aunt Danella used to read cards, and and as far as crystal ball, a lot of times those deflect ghosts, and people use those to scry the future. And so it just depends on who's using it and charging people for it. They charge you just like they charge a plumber. So they don't think they're doing anything special for you. They have a skill that you need if you need it. And they'll charge you just like they charge an electrician or a plumber. But as far as like people on TV or online, I don't know. People can fake it, but you'll know they're faking it when nothing happens that they said was going to happen. But other people do know. And once you find out once that they do know, you'll pay to know what they know. If they can
But is it possible that it could be a misunderstanding? Like it could mean a totally different message. Like something similar of that will happen to you.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
People that predict the future like a prophets, they've been around for like centuries.
Right.
Okay, so there are people that are prophetic that can actually see the future, and they do not need a card or anything to see it because they can actually see it because that's the gift that they have.
Yeah, they're what you're saying is that they're telepathic, basically.
Yes.
There's a difference. A person who needs an object, for example, if I were using tarot cards and I had to have tarot cards to see the future, I'm using a demon.
Yeah.
Right.
But if I don't need anything like that, it's called a sorcerer. So somebody who needs an instrument to see the future or to make things happen, they're implementing a demon. Right. But if they don't need any of that and they're just doing it anyway, then they're a sorcerer. And then as far as prophets, they get visions and dreams, and they get visions. That's called a type of
none of them predicted what was going to happen last year.
No, I didn't see it either because I have
that's what I'm saying.
Dreams too. Well, I did not see that coming. I did not see the pandemic coming, but I saw way into the future. I'm not kidding. I saw way into the future, and I saw the end times.
What'd you see?
Okay, so when I'm not the only one that had this dream. There was other people that had this dream as well. So I saw a lot of people panicking. They were running. Buildings were in shambles. And when I look up into the sky, I see balls of fire coming down. And and people were scattering and running and trying to dodge it. And the prosthetic dream that I had, it wasn't not too long ago, I had a dream that a tidal, like a tsunami, is supposed to hit California.
Right. They've been
I-
saying that for a long time.
Yeah, and I had that dream 4 times. 4 times.
Hmm.
Do you
Yeah.
think because deep down inside you fear it?
No, I don't think about tsunamis like that.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do you think sometimes, like, when you thought you saw something, do you think sometimes your mind can play tricks on you?
Right.
No, well, no, because I wouldn't say that if I had the dream 4 times. Like I did not do that I did not have the dream just because I watched the movie like tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. It's not because of that.
Right. Or
It
2012,
it
that nature.
yeah, I or Dwayne Johnson in his movie. But
Oh yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah.
yeah, anyway.
Everybody knows. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but you're right. Like everybody knows, and Michio Kaku and like several other people have said, scientists, people who know the field, that any day between now and 60 years from now, it is highly likely there will be an enormous earthquake, and there will
Hmm.
Right.
be a
They've been saying that for centuries and stuff like
absolutely.
that.
And there's no reason not to think so, and they have it there, and they have it in New Madrid as
But
well.
then
It's
they
they're
try to
like,
predict
They
the
do.
exact date too, and they're wrong every single time.
Yeah, yeah. But here's the thing: an earthquake can cause a tsunami.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
can. It
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 can
definitely
cause a
will.
tsunami. Yeah, it can cause a tsunami. And that's in my dream is that
Yeah,
I saw
because
people go.
when the big earthquake happens, it obviously cracks the ground, and then
Mhm,
eventually all that water on the ocean from the ocean is gonna flood the town.
mhm.
yeah, it's gonna, when it
Yeah,
shifts, it's gonna push. It's gonna when the
because
tectonic planes shift, it's
mhm,
gonna hit down. It's gonna send a wave out from underneath. It's gonna be a more powerful wave than normal waves that's coming from the ocean floor bottom. And
Right.
so, yeah,
so basically, in my dream, I see people going underwater and they're dying. And
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, it,
I'll tell you what's weird. Have you ever had a dream that you were drowning and fell off a cliff and you actually like felt the pain that it would actually feel like if that happened?
Yeah.
If you fell
Yeah.
off a cliff and let's say
Several
you broke your
times.
arm, you feel the pain in your arm even though it technically didn't happen.
you know,
yeah,
I had dreams that I died. You know,
Oh
that's
yeah.
basically I
Same
died
here.
in my dream. You
wait a
know,
minute. Wait a minute. You had a dream where you died?
yes.
I want to hear. I'd like to hear about kind of like the end of like the circumstances of how you died. I'm just kind of curious.
I had a dream that caused me to lose a friend.
Ooh.
Like
Mm.
I died, but it caused me to lose a friend.
Mm.
Here,
I've been mortally wounded. I've
No,
been
no,
mortally
not the friend is
wounded.
alive and well. We're just not friends anymore, based off this dream.
So you
I
had a dream
think
and died?
I
No,
think
I had a dream. I died anyway.
I
This is
think
gonna
that
sound
your dream has a meaning to it, and I thinking that it means that your friendship, it means exactly that.
okay. Let me put it to you like this. I
Hmm.
died, and he was basically the keeper to the gate of heaven, right?
Hmm.
And he wouldn't let me in.
Why not?
Well, at least that dream is false because only Jesus can. I'm a believer,
No,
so
because that what basically what that told me, that dream told me is that he's not trustworthy. Like if push come to shove, he wouldn't let me in. He'd let me suffer.
it probably is a possibility, or he, how can I say it, or he's just trying to shut you out of his life.
Or no, because then he goes, "How did you die?" Then I told him how I died. He goes, "Well, that's what you get, sucker."
Damn.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Or how about this?
it sounds a little silly, but
Now,
No, it sounds silly.
have y'all ever
it,
had a dream
it
and
is
then woke up
basically
and thought it
sassy.
really
He's not
happened?
really my friend. That's the message.
Have y'all ever had a dream and y'all woke up thought it really happened?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've had that.
No.
Yeah, they call it lucid dreaming. So whenever you
This is interesting topics outside of sports because me and Steven normally talk sports, but this
Mhm.
is a little interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I like, we a lot of people have prosthetic dreams, and but here's my experience with California because I had dreams about a tsunami wave hitting California.
Right.
Before I had after I had these dreams, the newscast in my area told us that the sea level water is rising,
Okay.
and what that means is when the sea level rises, California, there could be a possibility that California could go underwater.
damn.
Right.
Yeah.
They've
That's
been saying that
not
for a while as well.
Yeah.
might happen.
Yeah, they said it could happen 10 years or more. They said 10 years, but I think it's going to be a little bit further in the future. Florida,
I hope I'm not around for it. Put it that way.
Are you in California right now?
I live in California, yeah.
Where are you? Which part?
I'm
Like up north of it, or which
I
part?
live in the South.
yeah. I'm
Oh yeah,
from
you're probably.
Southern
But see,
California, like
it's
around Long Beach.
Hmm.
because they talk about the Northwest Pacific too, and they say that could go
It's just as
and
bad
got
up there.
Washington. Yeah.
Just as bad up north and like in Frisco and all that, San Francisco and all that.
You
Damn.
Just as
know,
bad.
Florida doesn't have like a foundation. So they should be sinking like in 50 years. That's what they're saying. They say in 50 years max.
I didn't know that.
Florida should be sinking.
Well, they say
So
that about Louisiana too. They say that about Louisiana, Florida. They talk about California sinking off in the ocean. We really just, we don't know for
Right.
sure. And
Yeah.
what
yeah,
they
we don't know for
Nobody
sure.
knows. Nobody
Nobody knows
knows.
because just because you had a prosthetic dream, it doesn't mean that like we don't know how many years it's going to be in the future. We can't predict that. All we can do is see what we had in our dreams. That's it. We don't
But
know how long
I
that's going to be.
Right.
Princess, I had a dream. I was
Hmm.
going to get pizza. And, like in the dream, I was in this like it was a parking garage area, and I was getting a pizza, and I saw exactly what you were talking about not a little bit ago, but
Hmm.
about fireballs flying from the sky and just hitting people and people running and freaking out. And I saw that too in my dream about stuff falling from the skies, about something like that. So I don't know, there's no way to know if that's a prophetic dream for sure. Like I agree, but why do so many people see that?
yeah.
It has
Yeah.
to do with, and I'm going to go religion here. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go religion because the Bible
Okay.
says it. Um, in the Bible, it tells you that what's going to happen in the last days. God's going to set the world on fire instead of bringing water. Oh, and
Right.
during that,
I've heard that too.
yeah. So God, it says in the Bible in several chapters, in Daniel, and Revelations, um, and many other chapters, they said that many people are going to have the same dream, and
Okay.
they're going to tell that dream to their friends, their family, and whatnot. Everybody's going to have a dream of the end times.
Really?
Yes, people are going to have. They said young people are going to dream dreams, and elder people are going to
Hmm.
prophesy that
Oh no,
dream.
Logan said, no one can know the time of the day, and he's absolutely right.
Yes.
And
No,
what's
yeah,
interesting about
that's
this,
right. Nobody can
because you
know.
can't tell for sure.
Yeah.
I have
Even the Lord Himself don't know.
Really?
No, God knows, but Jesus himself don't know.
That's what I mean. Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I
you're
thought
right.
God and Jesus were the same person.
No,
Huh?
they're not.
Oh.
No.
Jesus is the Son of God. That's what the Catholics believe, anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. He's a son of God.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's a son of
So let me ask you guys this: why is it that California gets a lot of earthquakes and natural disasters?
Because they're on a fault line. They're on the San Andreas fault line.
Okay.
No, there's
So
more to it. There's more to it.
so there's
Hold on a
also
second. Hold on
Mexico
a
gets
second.
it
Let me talk
too.
for a second.
Earthquakes.
Let me talk for a second.
Okay, sorry.
That's part of the reason, but that's not the whole reason why we get earthquakes. The reason why we get earthquakes is because we have 4 different volcanoes in
Right,
Right,
California.
too.
There's one in Yosemite. There's one, past up north, Sacramento, and there's 2, I believe, near San Diego.
Mm.
Yeah. So we have volcanoes in California.
And I live in Arizona as of right now, but if an earthquake in California is big enough, we'll feel the jolt of it. But it's very rare that happens.
Yeah. It has to be major, like a 9 something, like a 0.9 earthquake.
Guys,
A
let's
9.
talk. Let me ask you. Okay, let's talk about ghost stories. Diamond Princess, go. Like, tell us. You had the succubus story, but
Yeah,
what's another?
I have a succubus story and I have another one.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, let's
Yeah,
hear
that's
that
what
one.
we go next.
So me and my dad, I was living with my dad. I was taking care of him. We was living in I was living with him. Well, I'm still living with him. We moved, but I was on my computer, exploring YouTube, getting to know YouTube and their content creators and all that stuff, until I saw like a demon flow past me. And it's not like a demon, it's like the devil. Like I can see he has horns like a goat. His flesh is like a reddish, type of pinkish. I'm trying to explain like a pinkish type of color, and he has sharp teeth with blue eyes, and it's just like that. I saw him in a second. It was like that. I saw it.
You saw it with your real eyes, like awake.
Yeah, yeah. It's like he was going through the airways or something,
Right.
and I saw him. And another one I saw was, and this was back when I was going to Job Corps, but I went to go visit my grandma. And I was sleeping, right? And I was awake, but I had my eyes closed because it was like in the middle of the night. And I was like, damn, it's not, it's still dark. However, out of nowhere, I saw people. Like people, they was wearing dark suits. They had blonde hair. Their smiles were creepy, and
Okay.
their eyes were black.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "What the hell? What is going on?" Like, there were 2 males and a female. The 2 males were right behind the female, and the female, for what I know, she had like a blonde hair with a bob cut, and it was so scary. Like, I did not know how to describe that.
You could see it in the room.
No, I closed my eyes and I can see him.
Behind your eyes, yeah. Did you see any furniture or anything?
No, it was dark. Like that, it was a dark background.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? I was
like, yeah, that's scary.
that is scary. I was like, damn, what is going on here? I was like, why? Like, I was like, why me? Like, why me? And another paranormal happened where, I was in the kitchen and I was like, I don't know what I was doing. I thought I was doing dishes,
Right.
and I smelled perfume. And at that time, I was the only female in the house, and I had my dad, and my dad doesn't wear that perfume. I don't wear that perfume. My dad doesn't wear perfume anyways.
Right.
So I was like, where's this smell coming from? Because according to my, when I researched, when you smell like a rosy smell, or a smell that is familiar, is usually a relative coming by to see you, or a spirit that is, trying to get your attention.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and so I was like, because if you smell like a perfume smell, and it's like a smell of a rose, that person is trying to get your attention.
Well, yeah.
And last year, when before the pandemic hit last year, I was getting up, I was brushing my teeth, I was getting ready for school, and I felt a tap on my shoulder.
Oh my
Like
God.
somebody was tapping on my shoulder. I turned around, nobody was there.
Hmm.
I was like, that is so creepy.
Yeah, it must have scared the heebie-jeebies out of you. You know.
Yeah, it tapped me on my shoulder.
Hmm.
It was like how people would try to get your attention, they tap, like,
Oh
not.
yeah, that is one thing about me. I do not like it when people do
Did
that.
anything
It's
happen
creepy.
like a little later on? Because sometimes, you'll feel like something tap on your shoulder. Nothing happened right away, but a little while later, something does. Did anything weird happen after that you thought was strange?
No, because sometimes spirits come and go. They don't
Right.
stay long. Because
Right.
when I interact with, spirits, like, especially when it's a good spirit, they usually don't bother you.
Yeah. Usually a spirit will hang around until they do what they are there to do,
Hmm.
and then they go about their business.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So they're either a spirit because they're stuck, or they have unfinished business to do before they died. That's from
Damn.
what I understand about spirits.
yes, that's absolutely true. Because some people die and they haven't even finished their work. And I guess
Right.
that spirit was trying to get my attention,
Hmm.
but I never heard from it again.
Right. And then you started
Pistol,
noticing the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Pistol, you have to have do you have a ghost story?
Uh, no, not in particular. I just have a lot of knowledge about the spirits and whatnot.
What gives you that knowledge? Where'd you get it from?
I used to read books about it, and
Yeah.
I had personal friends that went through certain things.
Hmm.
The most similar thing I've had was a friend of mine back in '06 or whatever. We were hanging out. Hang on, excuse me. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
I was just taking y'all off the charger real quick. But anyway, uh, long story short, me and my friend, we was playing a video game at school. Well, not at school, at his house. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning or something. Then all of a sudden, his lamp just flies off, comes off the shelf, and it flies across the room. No
Damn.
explanation.
Wait a minute. Say that again. What? Say that
No,
again. What
uh,
flew across the room?
A lamp.
my friend's lamp. It just lifted off the table and flew across the room.
That's
Damn.
paranormal. That's an evil spirit.
Yeah, but nothing else happened after that. It was just that one time.
Wow. That is crazy.
And he hasn't experienced anything like that. And then
Goodness.
and then I just know I've read books about these spirits. Some spirits are vengeful, some
Hmm.
spirits are friendly. Some are just there to help you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Wow.
like there I heard of a saying that there's guardian angels.
And like I've said, the nearest thing I've ever encountered was I have woken up before and was my whole
He's
body
young,
was not
right?
able to move. So
Um,
I've
No, I
never
really
read it.
don't
accidentally
know.
signed off. Jennifer, that was an accident. If she comes back, I'll send her the link.
Yeah, that's you know, it could be any purpose of the spirit of what their purpose is and what they want
Yeah,
because when they die that there's they can't finish what they start. They could stay on earth, but they're stuck here because they want to finish their due diligence, so they will probably contact like a human being to
yeah,
finish what
Right,
they
and
left off.
you do hear of these stories of people that could communicate with the dead.
Hmm.
yeah.
You know what
That's
I mean?
great.
Like they could
That's
literally
scary
see
though.
them.
Here's the thing. Here's how my paranormal experience came about.
Okay.
So I was living in the hood when I was a kid, right? And
Okay.
I was sleeping in my bed, and I was 11 years old at the time, and
Mm,
all of a sudden I hear someone call my name,
mm.
Right.
and I was like, and I woke up, there was no one there, and I fell back to sleep, and then I hear somebody call my name again. I was like, I thought it was my brother, and the old lady who I was staying with at the time, she came in the door and she said, "Your brother is asleep." When I explained to her, what was going on. I did not. I you know it's kind of hard for me to still explain to this day, but
Right.
I felt like I was being tortured by a demon. It
Damn, that's
wasn't doing
crazy.
anything to me. It was just calling my name. So what the lady did was she got her Bible and she started doing prayer, like a warrior's prayer. And after that, I did not hear from this entity again. I did
Damn.
not hear from it. Yeah, I did not hear from
Yeah,
it. That's my first paranormal experience when I was 11.
yeah. I've never seen any ghosts personally myself. I've just, like I said, the old house that we lived in, a little girl died there, and my parents claimed that they saw the shadow of her doing like jump ropes and stuff outside on the side of the house because that's what she did. I've never seen it myself, but they claim they saw it. Now, I had to. It's okay, Jennifer. If you want to come back, let me know. I'll send you the link. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I had to go pick up a check from a customer, and some of my contractor, well, my crew was out there working on a house doing some foundation,
Okay.
and that's where you go underneath, you lift the house up and stuff like that. And because the houses sink out here because we live on like gumbo soil, so like this ground is real soft out here in Texas. Because we live
Oh
like
yeah.
100 miles from the Gulf Coast, so the
Mm-hmm.
ground's soft. It's not sturdy. It's not like ground. It's not like ground rock like in Arizona or Midland, Texas. But anyways, to make a long story much longer, they were working on the house, and the person who they said that they saw a guy kept going up and down the stairs in the form of a human. That's why I was asking, is it possible that spirits can form in human? And that's when Jennifer said yes, because like my contractors kept saying that they kept seeing somebody going up and down the stairs with an old man, and he was trying to get them to leave the house, and he kept shaking the walls, and he kept shaking the house as they were trying to lift it up. And the son said, "Yeah, that's my father. He still haunts the house." Like just nonchalantly.
Oh,
And
yeah, just like you were ordering. He was ordering a sandwich, like it's nothing.
yeah, he just said it nonchalantly. Yeah, my dad passed away and he still haunts this place, dude. So be careful. He tries to get people to leave this house because he doesn't want to be disturbed or
Oh,
whatever.
damn.
So when we went to go pick up the check, when I went to go pick up the check, the contractors, the guys who were lifting the house were claiming that the spirit, the guy
When
was
you're done with
walking
your
down the
story,
stairs
I
like
got
it was
one that my
nothing.
buddy was telling me that I work with. Go ahead.
Now, but the guy was walking up and down the stairs like I would have thought Pistol and 2 1/3 was just walking up and down the stairs, but the whole time the dude was already dead.
Shit.
That's some weird shit, ain't it? And
But you
then
gotta be careful too, because I watched some paranormal stuff. Oh my god! Like, and they can also act as if they your relative, but it's actually a demon
wow, that's
in
crazy.
disguise.
I went to go pick up the check. I didn't see him. I was too scared to go in the house. So the guy left the check outside. So I just went and picked it up, but the light was on, and I called the guy and I said, "Hey, when you're done lifting this out, you're supposed to turn the lights off, right?" He said, "We did turn the lights off before we left." I said, "What the fuck are the lights doing on?" Because the light was on in the front and then the lights on in the back. And when you live in a vacant house, electric bill still goes up, so you got to keep all the lights off and shit like that because it adds to the electric bill. So I said, "You guys got to turn off the damn lights when you're done lifting the house." They're like, "Dude, we turn the lights off." I'm like, "Well, all the lights are turned on in the back and they're turned on in the front and all on the inside."
Check this out.
I never went in there.
I got
was
a buddy
too
at
scared.
work, right? He has like a 9-year-old son now. So back when his son was like a little kid, or even now, his son would just start talking to somebody, just talking, and then he would go, "Hey, who are you talking to?" He goes, "Oh, that's my friend, Dad." And then he goes, "Well, if your friend is mean, to you," because he knew he was talking to a spirit. He goes, "If he's a mean friend, I don't want him around here. You tell him you got to go. He has to go." Because he's not bothered by spirits or ghosts, only if they're a vengeful spirit. So
here's the thing. When
he nonchalant just said to his son, he goes, "Well, if your friend is mean, I don't want him around." Okay.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like I was watching, the haunting of T Buzz from TLC.
Okay.
And she was saying that her daughter brought her friend over.
Okay.
And that her friend, she had a lot of problems going on and and all that stuff. But when her friend left, she left behind a demon and it stayed behind. Yeah, and it stayed behind in their house and never left.
Okay.
So you got to be careful who you invite over your house as well, because you don't know if they're dabbling in witchcraft or
right. That too.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, because they could leave a demon in your house and they probably don't mean it. Some people, and what's the weird thing about this too? When a person don't like you and they're into Wiccan and all that stuff, they will send a demon over to where you live at.
Right. That's why I don't mess with people like that. You know what I mean? Like, like in other words, I don't want to be on their bad side.
Yeah, they will send a demon over your house to torture you.
Let me ask you, do you guys believe in demonic possession?
Yes.
Somebody can be possessed by a demon?
It does happen.
Interesting.
Yeah, it does happen because
if you watch what are those movies? The Conjuring movies. It talks about possession.
Yeah, I think The Conjuring's real. They say it's based on a true story, but
what's that called? That one girl that was possessed. It's a popular movie. I forgot what it was. What's the name?
Exorcist. The Exorcist.
That's the true story. That's the actual true story.
Yeah.
It was based on a girl.
It really did happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it was based on a girl who was actually got possessed by a demon. And trust me, when you dealing with people that are possessed, you got to have the power of God to get these demons released and out, of this person. Because if you're trying to do a prayer,
right, you gotta have somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and you try to do it, yeah. Okay, let me start over. If you're trying to do like a magic trick or something else that you try to get rid of the demon, it's not going to work and the demon's going to jump on you. Because it says in the Bible that there were a group of guys that tried to cast out a demon out of this man. And what happened was it did not work and the demon jumped them and ripped their clothes off of them. Because the reason why that happened, the man did not have the Holy Spirit. They wasn't powerful enough. And what happened was the demon overtook them.
Hello, Jennifer. Welcome back.
Yeah, hey, girl.
I had to go do something.
So, were you? Did you catch any of what I was saying while you were gone?
No, I didn't hear it. No, I had to go. I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, get
Oh,
a drink.
because you had asked me how I had so much knowledge of the spirits and whatnot.
I caught that though. You said that you had a dream. You read some books, and then
No,
also,
I've read books about it, but I've also had I was also telling them while you were gone. My buddy that I work with, he had a son. He has a son. He's got a 9-year-old boy, and then his son started talking to somebody, just talking to him. He said, "Hey," he goes, hey, Junior, who are you talking to? He goes, "Oh, this is my friend, Daddy." He goes, if your friend is not nice, then I don't want him around because he's seen some spirits himself in his day, and it doesn't bother him.
right?
Yeah,
So
Right.
you
yeah,
can't be bothered by spirits, especially when they're evil. The last thing that you want to do is have fear, because what demons do, they feed off your fear and it makes
yeah,
them
of
strong.
course. And if you
It
act
makes
like you don't care, then it's not going to be effective, right?
No, it's not going to be effective. But they're what the thing is, they're going to try. They're going to try, but if they're not effective, they're probably not going to bother you as much as the next person.
Right. So yeah, I have all kinds of knowledge about how the spirits works and whatnot.
I see, Pistol, you weren't in here the other day, or I don't think Diamond Princess was, but remember, Jennifer, when you were telling us a story about the bridge?
Yep.
Can you reiterate that story to them? I mean, I know I've heard it, but I would like you to tell them.
Right.
I've seen several ghosts. I've seen ghosts and things I wasn't sure were ghosts for sure, but definitely some type of beings. But in this
Yeah, some of
case, what
them
he
don't even know that they're dead, or they're in denial that they're dead too.
Really?
But yeah,
Yeah,
I
go
didn't know
ahead,
that.
Jennifer.
they're in
I'm sorry.
denial most of the time.
Oh no, you're doing it's fine. No, and reference to what Steven's talking about. What had happened was on the property I live on, the man who owns the property built a bridge. Two boys were floating down in kayaks, and they got sucked into the undercurrent and drowned. It's actually it's a bit of an elaborate story. Okay, let me start over. But I mean, there's more than this is the same story I told him. Did you not? I guess, yeah, y'all probably weren't here. Okay, so the case was that where I live, he owns the man who owns this property where I lease the house. I'm going to lease to own it. It's 364 acres. On it is a very big creek. The creek is prominent for people floating down it on raft, like inner tubes and kayaks and canoes. What happened was it had rained really heavily.
Hmm.
Oh, let me go back. So he built a bridge that connects two different properties. His property and the land that's across the creek. That's also his land that he's bought. Now, this this bridge that he built, the way that it was built wasn't up to standard. And so what it did was it pushed out the creek gravel bed and it created suction. And there's these different kind of conduits, like, you kind of know what I mean. Like, you see them in drainage pipes or basically whatever, but there's these huge, about as big as like maybe 3 foot across, and they're lined up underneath the bridge, and the water coming through goes through there ideally, and there's no problem caused. However, in this case, it was going through these conduits, it pushed out the bed of the creek, and it started creating a suction. Now, these boys were floating down on kayaks, and they were in their early 20s. And when they got across the other side of the bridge, it sucked them under. There were 3 boys initially, but 2 of the boys, the first one got sucked in. The other one went to save him. He got sucked in as well. They both drowned and passed away, sadly. And then the third boy didn't go in to save them at all, and he survived.
Right.
Then you fast forward, and this only happened within this last year and a half. And last year, a woman was floating down with her husband, and she got sucked in, and she passed away as well. The only thing that's verifiably, what you could say might be a haunting of some kind, is that we've heard what we thought at first were coyotes, but in fact, Well, not in fact. I don't know. I can't say that. I can't say in fact. It sounded like coyotes, but in this case, it couldn't have been coyotes because we've heard coyotes before. But it was like a screaming, like a yelling noise. So that's the paranormal aspect of it. But in fact, yeah, 3 people lost their lives. Three souls were lost down there. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, I can't really say for sure about how haunted it is. But I imagine it probably is. I don't know.
But isn't
I
that
can't.
crazy that the bridge pistol that is right down from her house last year, like 2, 3 people died from it, and she lives like how far do you live from that bridge?
It's literally maybe it's in the valley of behind my house. It's basically my backyard. So you go down like if I walk for 10 minutes, I'm at the creek.
Damn.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And where do you live?
I live in Missouri.
Oh,
South.
okay.
But she's
West.
from
Oh.
Texas.
Yeah, but I'm from Texas. But yeah.
Oh.
But as far as ghosts though, like in this case, I have not seen a ghost around the creek. I've heard things from the creek a handful of times. Whether that is from the creek and the people who have passed away there, I can't be for sure. But because there's other things too that have happened around here. But I lived in a funeral home when I was growing up, and there were instances there where I saw what looked like maybe a man. I was really little, so I don't know for sure, but I still remember it to this day. It may have been a man, but he was basically he had been drowned himself. Like he was really had a pallor to him, like something you would see, like somebody who passed away. He had no hair on his head, like his head was completely bald, and he was
Right.
peeking around the corner of the house, and I saw him. And of course, I got really scared, and I ran around to the other room, and then he came around to that room too, and I saw him looking through the door there too. And of course, I was just terrified. The only thing that makes it really stand out is that that same day, my stepdad had shaved his beard. And I wondered for a long time if because he had shaved his beard, it had given me some kind of like,
Oh yeah. It kind of reminded you of that, right?
yeah. And I wondered if there was some kind of correlation there, but I can't really put the two together because what I saw was completely different from that. And then on another occasion, not long after we moved from that funeral home because me and my brother, according to my mother, were saying that we were talking to a spirit in the middle of the night, or we were talking in the middle of the night, and supposedly we would say like we're talking to that boy over there, and a lot of things culminated. The neighbors were Cajun, which is like a French Creole, so they're like a half.
Yeah, Lamont at Large. I know that channel.
Me too. I know who he is.
He
He
also
actually wanted to stay
he
at my
lives in
house
his
when he was in
van. He
Houston.
makes
I'm
videos.
subscribed to him too. He's really good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like Lamont. He
great,
covers all
great
types of
dude.
murder mysteries, like unsolved mysteries of YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah, he also has a channel called Black Bigelow.
Hey, he said have you heard the Jennifer Ertman and Elizabeth Pena murders in Houston?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay, what
Have
is
you,
that about?
Steven?
So these two girls, they were raped by a gang.
Okay.
Yeah, they were on their way
Yeah, they're
home.
gang raped.
Yeah, they were gang raped by a bunch of men. And they were like 15 years old, both of them, teenagers.
Right.
I can look it up for you.
So the moral of the story is are they still at TC Jester Park? I know where TC Jester Park is. So basically they're like souls are still walking around.
I don't know about that, but I heard about their murders though.
Hey, so Jennifer in Missouri, you guys don't have any like Missouri folktale, do y'all?
Oh, there's plenty of folktale in Missouri, but I'm sure she could speak for herself.
Any you know of?
Missouri folk tales. I mean, well, I suppose so. They have a story of a boy that was the child of two Russian. So it was a Russian couple,
Mm-hmm.
and his child, and he was different. They said that's what the folktale is that he was really different and strange in some way. And then they had, I guess he had a bit of a stutter too. He had a speech impediment,
Yeah.
and they'd had another child, an infant, and somehow he was associated perhaps in the death of this infant. They don't know if it was his fault or that the child had passed away in his presence or what, but the town and the parents blamed this boy, and so the father chased him out with a whip and chased him out into the woods, and he was forced out into the woods. At the time, he must have, the story goes that he was about 9 to 12 years old, and he was forced out into the woods away from the house. And some say that they actually killed the boy. Some say that he survived it and that he just ran off into the woods. But future accounts are that people still hear his stuttering voice or have seen him and out in the woods. So that's one that's in the area off Goodnight Hollow Road of one that I've heard. And then they have they have other accounts of things like banshees. You've heard of banshees.
Wait, what's banshees?
They have other accounts of things like it's a progenitor of death. So you'll hear like a screaming woman, basically. And if you hear the screaming woman, I'm sure maybe you guys have heard the story, but if you'll hear a screaming woman, it could be kind of a omen of death in your family. And you'll hear in the middle of the night and there's no one around or anything. So that's another folklore I've heard. And there's other ones too, but I mean, those are the two that stand out.
Yeah, the only two I know where my dad's from is they got the Amityville Horror House, which I covered that in the last video. Y'all know the legend. Y'all know about the Amityville Horror and all that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Then, of course, you got the legend of Sleepy Hollow as well.
Oh, yeah, that's a New York tale too, I believe.
Yeah, that's in Winchester, I believe.
I've seen the movie. It's a great movie.
Hey, Alex, is that you, man?
Yep.
All right, yeah, because I was about to hit the remove button. Yeah, because I get a lot of trolls that try to sneak in here, dude, and they'll like pose as like people I think they know, you know,
right?
And they'll say like racist shit or stuff on here to try to take my channel down.
It's
you know,
pathetic.
Yeah, I know who's doing it too, but it's okay. That's why I just delete the links after I post them. You know.
Yeah. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, one guy came in here and he pulled his cock out. He pretended to be another person, and when I buzzed him in, he pulls his dick out and starts jacking off on camera. Remember Diamond?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And Diamond said end the stream, so I had to end the stream, and I had to delete the video immediately because he was trying to report it. So I actually had to delete. I had to end the live, delete the video. If it wasn't for Diamond, I would have got a flag because Diamond said delete it before he reports it. So I had to end the stream and then delete the video. And then we had to continue this talk off air. And I didn't want to do that because I had like 25 people listening in. But when trolls do that, I have no other choice. You know, so now that's why I tell everybody, show your face before I buzz you in, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't blame you.
Yeah.
That's why Jamal Seaton JP has trouble with his channel because he lets anybody in there.
Yeah, you got to be careful who you let in on these streams.
Who's that?
He's a Saints video maker. But no, what I was gonna ask you guys, do y'all believe in the like the Exorcist movies and stuff? Do y'all believe in that shit?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Diamond was just talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that does happen. It has been
saying it was a true story.
Okay,
Yeah.
Now let me ask you guys this. Do you believe that demons can take possession of dolls? I mean, like I know I talked about The Conjuring, but there's been other doll movies like Chucky and all that. I'm not saying Chucky exists, but y'all believe something?
Yeah, like such as Robert the Doll, basically.
Yeah, basically.
No, they cannot possess. They cannot possess a doll because a doll is not a living thing. They have to possess a living thing. What they can do is make the doll move, but they can't possess it.
I mean,
like a voodoo doll.
there is a story about Annabelle the doll, and that doll was possessed. I actually looked that up on YouTube. It's some scary stuff.
But it's not, dolls are not living things. Demons can only possess living things. They can move the doll around, but they cannot possess it.
Ooh, Rick's got a good question for the panel, and we'll let everybody go one at a time. I'll let Alex Brandon start first, and then we'll go from left to right. Rick wants to know what demon possession movie, or rather, it was
Can you
demons
show it?
or any fictional movie that scared the shit out of you.
Hold on. Can you show the what he
No,
said?
he didn't ask it. He's asking it on Facebook Live.
Oh, you're on Facebook Live?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook Live as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wants Rick's commenting on there. He wants to know what doll movie or demon possession movie scared the living shit out of you.
I don't watch scary movies like that. It has to be very moderate for me to watch it. But other than that, if it's like extreme, I will not watch it.
Well, the Exorcist kind of scared me.
Which one?
I mean,
the first one.
I mean, at first Chucky scared me, but then when I watched the Amityville Horror, I figured out that I do not even want to. Oh man, I never watched that movie again.
Chucky's funny to me. Chucky, that damn dog.
Yeah. Chucky's not even scary to me.
No, he just fucking scary.
Well, the first Child's Play was scary.
Right.
Not to me. I thought
especially when the car flipped over and he was trying to kill that detective.
Yeah.
Oh, that part was funny.
Now, I was a little kid when I was watching it, so me and my older sister actually snuck into the
Chucky
room.
was basically trolling him. He wasn't trying to kill the detective. He was trolling him.
Okay, I'll tell you this movie that scared the shit out of me. Well, it wasn't really a movie, but I'm gonna say the again, Talking Tina from Twilight Zone. That damn doll never could die. You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen Talking Tina from Twilight Zone?
Talking Tina.
Yes, all you just type it on YouTube, you'll know exactly what that show, that episode on the Twilight Zone scared the shit out of me.
Did you guys ever saw Tales from the Hood?
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Yeah, I did.
Tales from the Hood, that scared me as a kid. Seeing that doll,
Now, I'll tell y'all what was scarier. Not in this intro will scare the shit out of you. It wasn't the Twilight Zone, but it was called Tales from the Dark Side.
Oh,
and every time that it shows that forest and then it gets black.
Yeah, the intro.
The intro will make you piss your pants.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
That shit, bro. I have every season. I have every episode of that.
Really?
Yes, I do.
I forgot to record it, but yeah, I watched it. But the movie that scared me more than all those is, I'm sorry, the Amityville Horror. Yeah, I mean, it made me not want to go to and live in the house that the DeFeos live in, or ever visit Amityville.
Right. Yeah, Amityville is supposedly cursed. They say that town is full of occults.
Really?
That's what they say. Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard like the Owls of Society? I'm trying to, that one elite group that George W. Bush is in.
The Bohemian Grove.
and it's called the owl something. I can't, but people took somebody like a journalist or something. They actually took footage of what was going on, and there was like a little owl. There's like a
That was
TV in shape
Jones.
of
That was
and
Alex Jones, and he had evidence of it was at Bohemian Grove, and there was a huge owl effigy,
yes,
and they called it the cremation of care, and they would take what appears to be a baby and sacrifice it over the fire for their sins from the past life, almost like a scapegoat. Yeah, I saw that.
but the
But
thing was talking. It was talking.
was it talking, or was someone pretending as if it was talking? It's really hard to say because I've seen the footage as well, and I don't know that they actually have contact with a demon or a god. I don't know if they actually do. I mean, it doesn't appear to be that way, and I don't know, but it could be because I don't know for sure. Nope, we just don't.
Um,
Yeah, that's true.
It's very theatrical, don't you think?
Oh, okay. Rick said we're scariest demonic movie. Wow. Night of the
I
Demons.
just told you The Exorcist.
Night of the Demons, 1988 film. That movie was scary. Night of the Demons.
I have to say, Dawn of the Dead was scary to me.
Did you guys? I'm sorry. Did you guys ever seen Get Out?
Oh
Yes.
yes,
yeah.
I've
You
seen
guys
I've
ever
seen that.
thought that movie was very creepy? Like
Oh
very.
man, that movie was totally creepy.
The idea that they could put you under hypnosis and you're stuck in your own head. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, they have all these black folks. Because I think what's going on is I guess they're trying to, they're kidnapping black folks and they're hypnotizing them or something.
Yeah, but you're
And
swimming in your own mind. That was
yeah,
weird.
yeah, it was. And this black dude, he was running so fast. I don't know.
Oh
It was
yeah.
pretty.
That movie
I
was
got
weird.
I think life is scarier than movies.
Oh,
Things
of
that
course.
happen,
Yeah.
things that happen in real life are scarier. I have a story for you.
Yes, please tell.
A very good scary story.
Okay.
It's not about a ghost per se, but it was something that I saw, and I'm telling it here on the internet, but I've only told maybe like a handful of people. And there was one other person who was there with me, and they saw it as well. And so it wasn't as if it was my own experience. It was an experience shared with another person. Now, what happened was there was a bridge. When I lived in I lived in a city before I lived out here in the middle of nowhere. And the city wasn't enormous. It's about 150,000 people to 250,000 people. So it's not enormous. And you can figure out which one it is because I live in Missouri.
Right.
Anyway, the place my friend lived in was in this house behind a Quick Trip gas station.
Okay.
And we'd go to this Quick Trip and we'd pick up snacks or drinks or whatever. Behind it was a railroad track, and it went across a bridge. And we go up there on that bridge and sit down and hang out and just hang out all night right there, or several hours anyway, into the night. Behind that railroad track was a trailer park, and beyond that were just neighborhoods and suburbs. So we went up one night, we went to that Quick Trip to get snacks and everything, and this one guy walked up, and he started talking to me, and I kind of brushed him off because he was being really weird. And then he went to the snack section and he grabbed up all the beef jerky. Like he literally grabbed up all the Slim Jims and like all the beef jerky. And he went up to the cash register and paid for all of it. And we were right behind him. And we're like, what is up with this dude? That's crazy. Like he just bought all the beef jerky. Anyway, he's about our age. He was just kind of weird. Anyway, he leaves and we pay for our stuff and we leave. Well, we see that he's in front of us on the trail that goes up the railroad and over the bridge to that trailer park, and he's going that same direction. And we're walking behind him and kind of just watching him because he's obviously loopy or something. So we're just watching him to see where he's going. We get up to that bridge and we don't see him anymore. He like pretty much just disappeared. We didn't see him on the other side. We didn't see him anywhere around. So we went about our business. We went and sat down. I sat down like I'm sitting right here on the railroad tracks. And my friend sat across from me and he was sitting in front of me. And we were just hanging out. We were like that for maybe 30 to 45 minutes. Now, over the railroad track are these street lights, basically, that hang over the tracks, you know. So you can kind of see down the tracks. And I was sitting in front of him, like I'm sitting in like right here. And down the tracks behind him, as we're sitting on the tracks, you can see the light kind of hanging over the railroad. Suddenly, I see this figure come up the side of the track, and it's walking up the track, and I can see it because of the light shining down from the lamp. Now, what it looked like as it comes across the track is like somebody about 4.5 feet tall to 5 feet tall, like totally naked, like no clothes at all. The legs and everything were very thin, and the feet were really prominent. And its arms hung down like really long. And its skin looked like almost like shark skin. Like it was like a grayish clear color. Yeah. I can't explain it really. And it was probably about, I'm going to say 20, maybe 35 feet to 40 feet away. It's really hard to say. Like, that's how far away it was when I was looking over his shoulder. So I just saw this moving. And its hair on its head was like barely there, but you could see the scalp underneath its head. And I was looking at it. When I saw it, I was completely shocked at what I was seeing. And so I just stopped and like was looking at it, and like my eyes immediately started to tear up.
Damn.
Like I was gonna cry or something. My friend, though, turned around because I was looking at it, and he looked over his shoulder, and he stood up, and I stood up, and we both ran. And we ran down the other way, slid down the gravel of the bridge, ran down the road that was the highway, all the way to my mama's house. When we got there, we both sat down at the kitchen table. And I said to him, and he, like, we were like, you know, what the hell was that? And we both were like, I don't know. And we sat down. Now, I was like 19 years old, 18 or 19 years old. So it was just a couple. And then he was also, and we were not kids per se. I mean, young for sure. But they were like, we were like, draw what you saw. And we both drew the same damn thing. And the thing looked like your classical goblin. And we both saw it. And there's a huge homeless population problem in that region. And if it was following the tracks like that, we speculate that it might feed on like people passed out on the railroad tracks or like the animals that get hit. But yeah, and that was not witnessed by me. That was witnessed by another person as well. Because at first I thought, like, well, I knew what I was seeing. But when he saw it too, it was crazy.
Can I interject for 1 second? There has been a lot of sightings out there, like different ones. Like for instance, like there's people that were hearing noises in like, you know, the forest area or something like that. Depends on where you live. And these happen also in foreign countries. where people started hearing like strange noises, and they go in and investigate. You know how people are, they love to be nosy and go out there.
Yeah.
So I was watching this one channel because, this channel talks about paranormal activities. So when I was looking, what these people were looking into the forest, and they were, figuring out what that noise are, they started seeing like a figure,
Hmm.
you know, coming towards them, and they started running. And it was creepy. I said, if you guys like, scary stories, I suggest you guys talk. You don't mind if I shout out some YouTubers? Steven,
What?
you don't mind if I shout out some channels?
Yeah,
Oh no,
sure.
no, go. Oh, sorry.
Um, okay, so Nuke 5 is one of the channels you guys want to see. He talks about paranormal activities, and there was another channel that's called, I think it starts with a C. I think it's called Chill or something like that. But they also talk about paranormal activities, and it's very, very creepy.
Hmm.
Right.
I had another experience.
Go ahead.
I lived into this house in Arkansas. It was in Flippin,
Yeah,
Arkansas.
Arkansas has a lot of ghost stories.
Right? I guess maybe they do. I don't know,
Yeah,
but we
they
moved.
do. They do. Just about everybody I know from Arkansas has a ghost story of some sort. Just a
Hmm.
little fun fact, but go right ahead, Jennifer. I'm sorry.
We moved into this house in Flippin, Arkansas. It was in the middle of the country. The man who had lived there before had had a stroke, and he had died out in the yard. And I knew that about the house, but I was about 14, I suppose. Anyway, the incidents started that I was seeing a shadow in the window occasionally in the bathroom. I'd see this like a just a white mist, like a person almost in the window of the bathroom. Then it began that I had a dog at the time. It was he was like a pit bull mix. His name was Harley, and it was our family dog, and he would sleep in my room a lot of the times. So anyway, I was in bed one night, and I started noticing a couple weeks before the incident I'm going to talk about that he would growl at the window. And my stepdad thought that maybe it was like a peeping Tom or something. And he went out looking, and there was like nobody there. And I hadn't seen anybody at all. What ended up happening though was there was like a culmination of experiences where I kind of well, people explain this stuff a lot. They say they have like a supernatural feeling, like the hair raises, their hackles raise up, they get kind of a goose flesh feeling. Well, I was laying in bed in my room, and Harley, the dog, wasn't in the room, and all the lights were off. So I was in the pitch dark of my room, and I started to get this really uneasy feeling, just like this, it was this incredibly uncomfortable feeling. I can't really explain what it just felt like there was a heaviness that was getting heavier and heavier in the dark of my room. Above my closet, I have one of those closets that was like this long closet that has sliding wooden doors. Do you know what I'm talking about? They kind of just slide back and forth. Above it, there was a shelf, and I collected buttons, like sewing like buttons you have on like your clothes. And I had a couple of big jars of these old buttons that were sitting on top of that shelf. One of those giant jars of buttons came off and moved about, I guess it was about 4 foot. My bed was about 4 foot from that closet. It came off that shelf and landed on the bed between my feet. And like I screamed bloody murder. Like I screamed crazy. And nobody came like initially. And I got up and turned the light on. And so I don't know if they didn't hear me or they were asleep or whatever. But there was and one of those jars was on my bed, and it was completely impossible because like it was a mason jar about yay big, and it was heavy full of buttons, which were pretty heavy, probably about 5 pounds. I'm gonna say about 4 or 5 pounds. it had come off the shelf of that above that closet, moved over a space about 4 feet wide, and
Damn.
landed on the bed between my feet. That's not the first time I've seen poltergeist. Yeah, so those things exist, in my
Right.
opinion. In my opinion.
Poltergeist. I think I heard of that before.
Noisy ghosts
Yeah,
in German.
noisy ghosts that like to cause commotion and stuff like that. You can't see them, but
Okay, I see what you're saying.
What about ghosts that come out of the TV like The Ring? Y'all believe that?
Yeah.
Mm,
Well,
it could
well,
happen. I'm saying it's a possibility.
we were playing. We did Ouija board, and so we did Ouija board quite a bit when I was
oh
growing
yeah,
up.
you got to be careful with those things, man.
Well, yeah, sure enough. So we were doing Ouija board, and I was being like a kid, and I was like, "Oh, show how powerful you are," and it pulled the plug out of the wall, and the lamp went out, and we were like, "Okay, like, well, that's pretty serious." Well, as things went on, all kinds of things began to happen, and the one thing that it said when we were talking to it on the board, we photographed like blue balls of energy hanging around people. People that were photographed that were around the Ouija board would have different faces than their actual faces.
Yeah.
One thing it said, though, when we asked it where it said it lived in the television. And we asked it why, and it said because you're always looking at it, so it gets the attention it wants.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Damn. It's like that movie The Ring. I told you that girl with the black hair that's always coming out of TV.
It said it lived in the TV. Yeah. So I don't know what that meant. But it basically means like it was standing in the TV because we're always looking at the TV. And so it felt like we were looking at it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Okay, well, there are some ghost stories in South Carolina also. His, some of them are scary. Like there is this tale about the gray man, and down here in South Carolina, he warns people about a hurricane, and when the people evacuate, it's like if those who've seen the gray man, when they come back, when the people in South Carolina gave it the okay for people to return to the coastline, they will see that their houses were never touched.
Oh.
I never heard of that one.
I heard the state that is most haunted is either Mississippi or Louisiana. One of those.
I'm always hearing Arkansas is the most haunted.
There is a road in Mississippi that I heard about, and it's haunted by a witch down there, and I'm afraid to even go to Mississippi now for the fear that I might end up going down that road.
What about voodoo dolls? Do y'all believe in that?
Yes, that does.
Yeah.
So wait, if somebody makes a doll out of you and breaks its arm, that means your arm will really break?
Yeah.
And that's
Because
scary.
what they do, they take your hair and they put a spell on your hair, and they put it on the voodoo doll, and that voodoo doll becomes you.
Yeah.
Let's just say that, let's say for instance, I was to work a voodoo doll and I want the voodoo doll to act the way I want it. So what happens is I would take the needle and I would poke the doll, and the person will feel that poke, and they would be like, "Ow, what was that? What poked me?" And it'll be nothing there, and you get poked again, and it's like, what the hell is happening? And you may never know it's that person that is poking you. behind the scenes with that voodoo doll. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
Man,
things
that's
like
scary
that
thinking
always
about
get
that.
me
Yeah.
shaken.
Yeah, it's very scary. That's why you gotta be careful who you mess with.
Okay, what about clowns? Do clowns scare you guys?
No.
No, not at all.
I'm terrified.
Mm,
Absolutely terrified of them.
Really? So what about Stephen King's It? You ever seen that one with the clown?
Yeah.
oh shoot.
Yeah.
He's a clown just to
Mhm.
be friendly, but then eventually he's gonna turn into a monster that they fear.
It's the idea of the wearing the mask and being one thing, but not the people can't tell what you are. And I think that's terrifying.
Exactly.
Yeah. Especially children. And which is the whole point of the clown, you know?
Yeah,
So you're terrified by clowns?
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
For sure.
okay.
I mean, not normal clowns. Not like I can go to like a rodeo or like see a clown. I'm not gonna be terrified. But I think the concept, you have to agree, of like
Yeah.
something that has like this like happy face, but it could possibly be like evil is terrifying. You know?
Okay,
I mean,
what about snakes? Or I know we covered this in the last show, but since they weren't on here, do y'all get terrified of like snakes or
Oh gosh,
rats or
I
anything?
do get scared of
Spiders?
snakes
yeah, I
because
don't
they're
like.
poisonous.
I mean, I can
Well,
like deal.
not all of them are poisonous. You just gotta identify which one is poisonous. But I don't mess with snakes.
I'm scared of the dark. Like, like I'm literally scared of the dark.
So if I put you in the closet and turn off all the lights, you're gonna be terrified?
I'll totally scream.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'll be straight up honest. I was afraid of the dark up until I was 14.
I'm still scared of the dark. Like, no doubt. I mean, I'll deal with.
Here's the thing: we're all afraid of the dark deep down inside. We're all afraid of it.
I have my TV on right along with my PlayStation. So, and all I have to do is put in a movie and go to sleep, and that'll be
Yeah.
it.
Man,
Because
hey, does y'all's guys' mind ever plays tricks on y'all in the dark? Like if I'm sleeping in the dark, let's say I watched a really scary movie that night,
See
and
stuff.
and like you either see stuff or your mind tries to play tricks on you. You thought you heard something, or sometimes I have a window right beyond my bed, so sometimes if the curtains are cracked, sometimes I my mind gives me it plays. It's weird. It gives me the illusion that somebody's standing behind that window.
Right.
When I was a kid in the dark, I would think that look like my door would be open about that much,
Mm-hmm.
and I swear it would look. It was totally a figment of the imagination. So I mean, that's how sometimes it is.
My fear would be this, like
It looked like it was
Stephen.
closed.
Stephen, back to what you were saying about the window. My fear is that like my window's always shut and the curtains are shut because I've always feared. This was when I was like a kid. You open your eyes and you see somebody staring at you. That's fucking scary. Part of my French, but yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's totally scary.
I seen. It's okay if I shout out some YouTubers too, because there's some good animated scary stories that I've watched on YouTube.
Right, yeah. I've probably seen those channels.
Have you ever heard of IMR scary stories?
Yes.
Those have the scariest stories of them all. Followed by a YouTube creator called Mort, and well, Corey Kenshin does spooky, scary Sundays, and one of them had SpongeBob in it, and I couldn't even believe what they did to SpongeBob. I mean, SpongeBob didn't even look like SpongeBob, and that was the scary part.
Wow.
I got one more story that I want to, and then I've got to take off. It's getting a little
Okay.
late, but okay. The story was told to me by a previous roommate. Now, this man was from Italy, so he was Italian, but he had lived in New York, and then he had moved down to where the city I used to live in, Missouri, and he became a roommate there. And he was this really nice guy, and he kept to himself, and he worked at Kraft, and he worked like 12-hour shifts in the middle of the night, and he was just super easy to live with, just a really good roommate. Anyway, we were all telling stories about, people having different experiences. He breaks out this one story, and I was like, oh my God, that's the craziest freaking story I've ever heard. And the story was, in the old village in Italy where his family lived, like and his mother had told him this story. So it wasn't even his story. His mother had told him this story, and then he was telling us this story. So his mother's story went like so. A girl, like this young woman, had passed away. And the town in this village, what they did in this village was the moratorium, basically, where they'd keep the body till they could bury it, was inside the cemetery. And this young lady was inside of this building, this moratorium in the cemetery. And they had, prepped her body and everything. And she was there, not prepped her body like they do today, not as in like the full formaldehyde and all that and the cleaning out, but just had her ready for her funeral, in a day or two or whatever. Anyway, everybody left and everything, and everyone was gone. Well, I guess in the middle of the night, she had woken up. She had woken up, and because they found her the next morning, they found this woman, this girl, and she was grabbing the fence posts, the gate posts, and her head was up like that, and she was dead. So, heart attack. So she had literally woken up, saw herself in the middle of the night in this cemetery, was terrified, ran to the fence of the cemetery, grabbed the posts of the woman, and had a heart attack because she was gated into a cemetery and it scared her to death.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
cemeteries at night are pretty scary.
They are pretty scary. Especially if she was already in some kind of dangerous state. Like she had to have already had some kind of injury of some kind or something.
They say usually if at night in cemeteries you're more than likely going to be able to encounter a spirit. Is that true?
Yes, because people, what happened is people do a lot of rituals in that during the cemetery. Yeah, and plus people, when they die, their bodies because where they buried at, it all depends on the ghost and and where they're located at. But in my opinion, a cemetery at night, I would never hang around because there's a lot of demonic things that happen around those cemeteries.
Well, here's the thing. There's obviously a graveyard keeper and stuff like that. Somebody that watches the cemetery at night. You would think what the odds of something happening to them, but nothing happens to them.
All right, wait, Jen, you said you gotta head out.
Yeah, I gotta take off.
All right, I don't want to hold you on any longer than you should. Hey, I appreciate having you on though, and hope to see you again.
Awesome. You guys have a great night.
All right, you too, Jen. Take care.
Have a great night.
Right,
there was, you guys really want to hear something that gross you out? There was this guy. He was the graveyard shift at a cemetery, right? He was a janitor or something.
Okay, yeah. That was my next question. You don't think the demons don't really bother the graveyard keepers?
But no, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is oh my God. This guy was having sex in the mortuary with dead bodies.
Oh yeah, Joshua Erston. I've heard about him.
Yeah, it was another one too. There was a other guy that were having sex, and he did this for years, and I don't even know how he got away with it. He
Hmm.
was having sex with dead bodies, and I was like, yeah, that
Well,
was
some people are weird like that. They got that fetish. It's weird.
it is, but come on now, ugh, when you know people are dead, you know their bodies cleaning out all that juice and all that stuff. That's just nasty. I can't.
Oh
Well, they
man.
can't get with a live person, so they get what they can.
But this guy
Oh,
was
that's
married
disgusting.
though.
Right.
He
That,
was married, but he
that, that is
go
just
ahead.
disgusting to me.
Yeah, that
Um,
is.
um, well, that and well, there is this one ghost story, and a friend told me about this, and he's from West Virginia. He said there now. I talked about this the last stream. He said there is a road where where a girl died at because of the two. I think it was two men who kidnapped her, and and if you go down there, you will see a girl standing right there. And the thing of it is like if you stop and she comes in the car, nothing bad will happen to you. But if you don't stop, uh, is I think he said she'll scream and and again is weird stuff is some real weird stuff, man. I can't remember that road he said it was, but it was in West Virginia. I don't know, and it was a and the thing is, the police tried to find the ones who did, but they never did.
Wow, that's crazy.
Mm,
That I I can't imagine that. Like, because there's a
Hmm.
lot of things people report when it comes to hauntings and stuff like that. Because right here in California, there are places like especially hotels that are haunted because people either commit suicide or either murder in that in those hotels, and they
Right.
still haunted by this day. But the most prisons that I think that is haunted is the Alcatraz prison in
San
San
Francisco.
Francisco. Yeah, it's the most haunted prison that is out there because there was a lot of people that died in that
Oh, I
prison.
didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Hmm. Yeah, they said the Queen Mary is haunted. I never been on a Queen Mary, so I don't know. So, but San Francisco, even though I'm gonna be out, out there sometime soon, there's a lot of places that I wouldn't doubt San Francisco is haunted.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of history behind San Francisco.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
because
I actually read about a earthquake that happened in San Francisco. I think it was in the early 18 or 1900s
Yeah,
where yeah,
1906. There was a big old earthquake and it caused a fire.
yeah, it burned down the whole city of San Francisco.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you can hear any of the spirits in San Francisco from that fateful day.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that died.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people. Even the Northridge earthquake that happened back in 1994, it was the biggest earthquake. It was like a 8 point something, and a lot of people had died that year. Like go
and
and look it up. Northridge earthquake.
oh, where was this? I don't know
This is
where.
California. This is California.
Oh, and now I remember.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, do people hear the spirits of the ones who passed away during it, or?
Um, I don't know. I can't tell you because it could be a demon disguised as your loved one because they do that. I will be careful, talking to that because people do make mistakes like that. But yeah. But I want to count on your loved ones. It depends if your loved ones,
Mhm.
wants to stick around on Earth, and it's
Right.
depending on them.
Yep, and oh man, yeah, can your loved ones sometimes not be possessed or something?
What you talking about? Possessed?
Yeah, like can your loved ones who died not have a demon inside them sometimes?
Yeah.
If they pass away, the demon might take their soul to hell.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So, but if they were possessed when they're alive, you know, there could be a possibility because a demon cannot possess a dead body. A demon can only possess something or someone that's alive. Like a dog
oh,
for a dog, for instance, a dog and a cat are living things, so they can could possess a dog and a cat.
huh. I did not know that. Um, well, and and this is and now when I saw the YouTube channels of the scary animation stuff, there was this story on IMR, the Scary Stories channel, about a girl who was uh, kidnapped by two men, and the man was just and the I think the man was just standing there, letting it happen, and all of a sudden she came back as a spirit out looking for revenge, but the man turned around and ran off. So
Mm,
Damn.
yeah, and
mm,
and the lesson I learned from that is, if you see someone about to have something bad done to them, eh, help them, because you never know when they might come back and try to get their hands on not only their attacker but also on you too.
mm.
Interesting fact.
Hey, let me ask you guys this. I also titled vacation spots. Is there any like vacation spots that y'all like to go to that y'all haven't been to yet? Like anything in y'all's bucket list?
Um, Hawaii and other parts of Malaysian islands I never been to. That would be a joy to visit.
I'd like to visit as many football or baseball or basketball arenas as I can, Steven.
That would be pretty cool.
Um, Mine will be Tokyo, Japan, and also I really want to say Hong Kong, but because the stuff that's going on down there, I don't want to go down there. But I also want to go to South Korea. I heard I heard it was a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Nice. That's
I've
what's
been to
up. I can't
Minnesota.
believe you
I've
went
been
over
to
to.
Minnesota back in 2015 and
Did you
saw the
like it?
Twin Stadium. Yeah, it was a great trip. I seen Mall of America. It takes you, mind you, it takes you about a few days to get through the whole thing. The Mall of
Really?
America.
Hmm?
They said it's the biggest mall in the world.
Oh, it
Which
is.
one? I'm sorry.
Mall
Mall
of
of
America
America.
in Minnesota.
Oh wow. I wouldn't be surprised if
I,
they did a mall in Minnesota. It's basically land out there.
I never went
In the
there,
winter,
but
they said it could be the coldest place in the world.
Mm.
I,
Well,
I've been there
mm,
back in 2015, so this is like
isn't
6 years ago.
Minnesota close to Canada anyways?
Yeah, yeah, it is. As a matter of fact, it's in the Northwest. It's right by Chicago and Michigan and Wisconsin and all
Hmm.
those states.
Hmm.
It doesn't snow in
mm.
California, does it?
No, only
So
on the mountains in
only
Big Bend.
certain parts of it.
Yeah. Like in the deserts it might snow.
That sounds like South Carolina to me when it starts snowing.
So, hey, question. Which part of California is better, the northern or the southern?
The Southern California is better because there's more stuff to do out here. I'm not saying that
If you're into history, then Northern California is more for you. But I like Southern Cal, where I'm from.
because the beaches out here in Southern California is better. They're better in Northern California. Well, you don't get that many activities. They do have beaches, but they don't. They're not as how can I say it? They're not as extravagant as the beaches down here.
Hmm. What about like Central
And you're
California?
from L.A.,
That's
Diamond.
farm. All that's farm. Central California is farm. It's farmland.
Yeah, like Fresno, for instance.
Mhm.
Small towns and farm. If you're into that stuff, and you like the quietness, then it's for you. However, in my opinion, I'm more of a city girl. I like surroundings.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't I can't, stay in small place. Small places. It's so boring, and there's nothing to do.
So it seems like in Southern Cal, there's more to do.
Yeah, more to
right.
do down there.
Yeah, there's more to do down there.
I mean, the northern part of California is developing because all up there used to be like farmlands and all that stuff, but they're starting to, grow because of the tech, because of the techs out there.
Yeah.
Most majority of the tech companies are up there, such as Google, YouTube, Zoom, um, and all those like companies.
Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, shit, we're
So
down. And then there were three. So Jennifer left. Pistol left. Now we're down to three.
yeah, I guess they
So is
got.
there anything else y'all want to talk about or y'all just want to wrap it up?
And I think it's time to wrap it up. It's 2 hours.
Yeah, so I'm probably about to head to. Hey, I appreciate you, Alex, for being on Diamond. We're definitely going to do some more of these live streams and think of some more topics and stuff. This shit was popping
Okay.
tonight.
Can I talk to you
Oh,
after?
all right.
Yeah, sure. Do you want me in the live or what do you want me to do? Or you want to talk on the phone or what?
Let's talk after the live.
All right. Well, like I said, everybody in the chat. Well, go ahead, Alex.
I got Diamond Princess's email address. I'll send her an email.
Okay.
Because I want to talk about these things also, and I also want to talk about favorite cartoon animes and cartoons and movies and stuff. I mean, and I also want to talk about one of the greatest things from the childhood, and also video games, because video games is awesome.
Oh yeah, video games are. Oh, well, I'll see if I can fit that into my schedule.
I didn't know Veronica was still in here. What's up, baby girl? Yeah, she's still in the comment section, dropping her little leaf. She's cool people. She's friendly.
Yeah.
She's from Iowa, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she's from where Seth Rollins is from. She's from Davenport, I think.
Oh, Seth
Hey,
Rollins. I heard of him.
mm,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
I think she's from Davenport, the same town he's from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's cool
mm,
people. Real nice.
eh, yeah, they will. I hope she sees Seth Rollins. I always wanted to get a WWE superstar's autograph, but I was never
All right,
there
well,
at
Veronica,
any of
don't
the
post it in
events.
here. Just post it in my Facebook. All right, like my Facebook inbox or
Yeah.
something, or just message me.
Yeah, don't share your information in the public now.
Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, it was a
Yeah.
good stream tonight. We had a good stream. Hopefully, we can get some more, streams like this. I'm looking to branch out and just, get other people coming in this room and stuff. Really get something going on.
Yeah, that's fine. That's really good.
Yeah, that's cool.
And even if it's just the same people, just get conversations like this going and just really get this thing popping.
Oh yeah. That would
Yeah,
it's good to be diverse. You get more
Mm.
viewership. You know what you can talk about that will really get viewership is anime, like Alex said. If you talk about anime more, you will get a lot of viewers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because people nowadays are into anime.
Okay.
And there's another popular thing that's going around and in the media is what else? Video games. That's still popular.
yeah.
You could talk about video games and and all that stuff, just to attract viewers, just to switch it up a little bit.
Sounds good
But
to me.
yeah, and you
Yeah.
you said your dad or uncle owns a business, right?
My father has his own business, and my
Oh,
aunt, she works at she sells Porsches.
oh, she works at a dealership.
Yeah, sells Porsches, like brand new ones in the
We
River
could
Oaks
also
area.
talk about business, how to develop a business, how to get a business going.
Yeah, because I work two jobs.
Can you I'm gonna block Eddie because he's just being impatient. If you're bored, dude,
No, don't block him. He's cool people. It's just I don't know if that's a real Eddie or if that's a troll account. Does he have a wrench?
let me go back and see. Yeah,
Yeah,
he does. He said, "Are you done?"
no, he's probably asking if we're done because he was probably about to get up at. No, don't block the dude. If
No,
he's
no,
got
no,
a
no.
wrench, he's legit. But it was sometimes these trolls, man, they'll make fake accounts of people that I know and then make it seem like it's them, but it's not.
Mhm. Yeah, I just want to make sure because I'm not on YouTube. I'm on stream.
No, Eddie's cool. He's cool, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
As
So I
long as you
can't
got a
really.
wrench, then that's him. But if he doesn't have a wrench, then that's a troll.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Just want to make
No,
sure.
he's cool people. No, that dude's cool. I fucks with him.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, I
But
got 11 people. It's funny because I was just about to end the stream and I got 11 people on here watching. Isn't that funny? What a coincidence. And I was literally just about to end this shit. But yeah, Dom,
Uh,
you said you want to talk to me outside. Send a link again. All right. Well, I mean, if y'all want to keep it going, it's whatever. I don't
Oh,
mind if y'all got something. If y'all
like
got
it's up
some,
to you. It's up to you, Steve. This is
Mhm.
your channel. It's not up to the people that
yeah,
you invite on the panel. It's up to you if you want to keep it going.
yeah.
Damn, I got 12 people in this damn thing now. Shit. I mean, if there's stuff y'all want to talk about, it's whatever.
Well, we could keep it going. We could talk about other things. We could talk about anime. What's your favorite anime?
Hmm.
Because
Mm.
yeah,
Does
because
Street
there's
Fighter count as anime or not really?
who
Street Fighter.
if it's
Oh
a
yeah,
was a
Street
cartoon
Fighter was
anime,
an
like there's
anime.
different kind of anime because you got cartoon anime, you got toon anime.
Hey,
There's different
Pistol Man,
versions.
show your face, man. I want to know that's you, man. Show your face.
You talking to me?
No, I'm talking
No,
about
not
he's in the back room. Wait, I want to make sure that's him. Yeah,
Oh,
that's him.
okay.
Okay, okay, you can cover up. Okay, you good.
okay.
Oh
So
man.
So
Yeah.
you can't hear me talk in backstage because I
no,
Nah,
tried
you
no, I
can't
to.
hear
can't.
you. We can't hear you, sir.
No,
That's why I always say show the face, so make sure it's you. It's legit, man.
Yeah. So
He said, "Have you guys seen Army of the Dead?
Army of the Dead, is that on Netflix?
Is it that?
I think it
Is it that
is.
Army of
I
the Dead?
think,
Is wait, ain't that the one with Batista? The one he's coming out
Yeah.
with?
Yeah, because I
yeah,
have
that,
Netflix and I was just seeing previews of that. To me, I don't think that's interesting. Because I saw the trailer, I'm like, that's dumb. I can't get into that. I love Batista in certain movies, but this is not it.
I mean Dave Batista and Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's see. Oh yeah, have y'all ever seen the Kickboxer Vengeance? He was in there.
Who?
It,
No.
kick, yeah, Kickboxer Vengeance. I think they're keeping the story of the original Kickboxer movies going, except someone else is playing Kurt Sloan.
Hmm.
right.
Have you guys seen the new Mortal Kombat?
I heard
And
that
I
movie
haven't.
sucked.
I love it. It was pretty good.
My dad and my sister saw it. They say it was good. I have yet to see it.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all a good movie to go see when y'all go to theaters. And I'm gonna go see the next Conjuring on Thursday because, like I said, my cousin Carmen, she gets free tickets to the premieres. She always wins them on Facebook. I don't know how she does, but she does. But I'm gonna go on Thursday with her to go see it, and I get off early that day too at 2. So thank God. But have y'all? You guys should go see A Quiet Place too.
Oh man,
Mhm.
Oh,
I couldn't get into that movie. I thought it was corny, but
Well, the second one, the jump scenes will get you.
that's the
I'm
thing.
sorry.
I can't stand jump scenes
The
movies.
jumps. Look, I'm not even a jump scene person, but that damn movie got me jumping about 4 or 5 times.
I'm
Like, have you guys seen? I don't know if you guys are Disney. If you guys watch Disney,
Depending on the
I,
movie.
I still watch Disney
Cruella.
movies.
Cruella. I saw Cruella, and it's really good.
I haven't
It's
seen
her.
that one.
I,
Oh,
It's
by
her
the way,
I,
Diamond
origin.
Princess, I just subscribed to your channel.
Oh, thank you. It's her.
and
It's her origin story. About how she became to be Cruella. I don't want to be spoilers alert. I want you guys to see it for yourself, but it talks about her background and how she became to be this Cruella character.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
mm, I have a question. Um, did anyone go see Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions when it
No,
came out in theaters?
Nah.
Mm-mm.
I haven't.
Well, people who went to see it told me that they almost got thrown out the theater when. Oh man, I can't spoil it. All I can tell you is that people almost got thrown out the thrown out the theater for being too loud.
And that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like I said, I'm gonna
There's
go
a
see the new
Batman.
Annabelle.
There's a you know they're doing another Batman the animated series on HBO.
Wait, Batman?
Yeah,
Batman the
they're
animated
making the
series.
Batman animated series again.
No way. Is it a remaster?
Yes, it's
Pretty
gonna be
much.
different than the 1993. They're
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
gonna be the same voices, the same character for some, but some of the people that voice these characters are already passed away. Cameron Conroy and some other people are still living. However, they're gonna replace those people that passed away. They're gonna replace them with new voices.
Oh, okay, so the new Batman animated series. That you know what? And look, my favorite cartoon show. Well, I don't know why it was one of my favorites. Well, not when I was a kid, but I mean, as of right now, I've been watching Batman Beyond. Have y'all seen that series?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen
Where
that.
Mhm.
Bruce
Yeah,
Wayne
I think
becomes Alfred basically, and he trains the new guy as the new Batman. And I thought that was a very fascinating cartoon.
Yeah, because Bruce
Yeah.
is old, he can't, become Batman
Well,
anymore.
it goes into the future where Batman gets too old to fight. He becomes Alfred, and then basically, I don't know who that next kid is, but he's the next Batman. Basically,
And Terry McGinnis.
it was McGinnis. Oh, okay.
Terry McGinnis.
Yeah. Oh, it was Robin or anything. Oh, okay.
You talked about Dick Grayson.
I think
Dick Grayson was Robin.
Yeah, I know, but he also became Batman because they have different universes.
Yeah,
I thought he
Batman
became
Beyond. He didn't even have a cape.
No, it's different.
Yeah.
well, I thought he became Nightwing.
Right.
Dick Grayson, yeah, but in another universe, he's Batman.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different versions of the comic books. It's up to you which one to follow, you know.
So now we're on the topic of Batman. What's y'all's favorite Batman?
I
1989.
It doesn't
hold
matter.
on, hold on, one at a time, one at a time.
Right.
Oh, man. I think my favorite was Michael Keaton. And the second one would be Christian Bale.
I like Oh, I also like Michael Keaton's Batman. Tim Burton did an excellent job
Oh yeah,
with
he
that.
is Batman,
Oh,
hands
yes.
down.
Yes. And
Oh, yes.
I like Kevin Conroy's Batman. All the Batmans that Kevin Conroy voiced, those are the best Batmans. But my favorite Batman of all time is the Batman from the Justice League.
Really?
Yeah.
Who voiced him?
I like Michael Keaton and Adam West. Those are my top two.
The thing is, I don't like Adam West Batman is because it's silly.
Yeah, it is silly.
Serious.
Yeah, it's silly, but
That's not the
if
one
I'm
where.
if I'm talking about the serious Batmans, I like Michael Keaton and y'all are gonna laugh at this one. I even liked it when George Clooney was Batman.
Really?
Oh, okay.
All right.
It went Tim Burton.
I mean, he wasn't good. I know he's not particularly my favorite, but in my opinion, he's better than Val Kilmer, the one that did
Oh yeah,
Batman
I agree
Forever.
with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. I
think
don't
Val
think-
The
Kilmer
Batman
was-
and Robin itself was a corny movie.
Hey, y'all remember the original Batman series where like they were on a submarine? It was like Batman and Robin. I think it's called like The Adventures of Batman or something like that.
Yeah, that's Batman the movie with Adam West, that based on the TV show.
Okay, so that was the one in the '60s, right? The Batman.
Yeah. That's the one Diamond Princess said was silly.
Mm.
Adam West, yeah, I don't like because to me, I grew up with serious Batman, the Dark Knight.
Right.
I grew up with him all these years, and just to see a Batman from the 1960s, it just seems weird how he, be
Yeah,
dancing and
then they're running around in tights. Yeah, that's a little silly.
yeah. I I can't take that Batman seriously. I know there's some people like, don't get me wrong, Adam West is like one of the best actors of all time.
Yeah.
I just didn't like him as Batman.
Oh yeah.
My
I kind
favorite,
of
my
got
favorite
into
actor of all
Adam
time is
West.
Vincent Price.
Adam West did brief appearances in TV shows such as King of Queens and the
George
George Lopez
Lopez.
show. He did
And
brief appearances.
I think he was also cast on Family Guy. Was
Yeah,
he?
he was.
He was?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
was the mayor. He was the mayor. That crazy mayor. Yeah, he.
Yeah.
he played
Oh man.
himself, but as a mayor.
Hmm.
Yep.
I think he
That
played
that was
Stewie.
funny.
No, he wasn't Stewie.
Mhm. And
No, he's
I
not Stewie.
think
He was say himself. But
I'm.
shit.
I'm. Yeah. That was
Oh,
fun.
you know what show I liked it's like The Simpsons. It's like South Park. That show is still on. That's crazy.
I mean,
South Park is still going.
Yeah.
yeah.
They just
I
recently did
remember,
a
like,
COVID.
you know how the Boondocks. I used to watch the Boondocks back in the
Yeah.
day.
Oh man.
Oh my
I
They
think
god,
just
the
recently
Boondocks
did a
are
COVID-19
going.
vaccine episode.
Really?
Yeah,
I
for
mean, I
South Park.
mean, I mean, the Boondocks. Oh man, that was a funny show. But one of the best shows I like watching. Now I know this relates to anime, but when I was little and I used to get ready for school, I end up watching Inuyasha before I go to school, and that is before the regular Cartoon Network comes on.
Hmm. Oh
I mean,
goodness.
it was on Adult Swim, so
Oh yeah, you know what Adult Swim show got me? It's the most stupidest show out of all time, but it's funny but silly. But I always liked Robot Chicken.
Oh, Robot Chicken was hella funny.
yeah.
It was only like 15 minutes long, but it was funny as hell.
Hmm.
Yeah. It that Robot Chicken was funny as hell. I was dying. I was laughing till my guts almost spilled
Yeah,
out.
it came on very late at night, so I would
Yeah.
have to TiVo it because back then I was in high school when it was on.
hmm I remember. You know what? Anime used to come on late at night.
Which
Um.
one?
What's it? What you call it? Attack on Titans.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I used to hate that anime, but then I got used to it because in my book, I don't believe you can't have Titans without Hades. So
Hmm.
Yo,
Yeah, I used to.
nobody really uses TiVo anymore, bro.
oh,
I was
I
replying
didn't.
to Eddie's comment.
Oh,
Yeah, nobody uses TiVo
Hey, is it
anymore.
true if you get the Fire Stick, you get all the cable for free or something like that? You just have to pay
I
for it.
Yeah,
heard
yeah, but
that.
it's
Yeah.
very lousy.
What do you mean?
Very very lousy quality. It freezes up every other time, and and the quality is shitty.
You know,
In other words, you get what you paid for.
And if you could just be watching, it just cuts off.
Yep,
All right, Eddie, take it easy, bro.
because
you
my
know,
sister's got that shit, and It sucks.
I was
Man.
finished. Have you guys ever seen the Selena series on Netflix?
No, I just saw the original movie. I didn't know the series
No,
came
I
out.
seen the movie, but
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
been
seen
out
the
for a
series.
while
I
now.
saw the original movie also.
It I finished watching the rest of it because the last part of the series came out 2 weeks ago, and this is where Selena was coming towards her the ending of her life.
Oh, okay. So the series is just what? Is it about her as a kid or what?
It's about her from a kid to like a superstar. And I like the series. I think it's a little bit more detailed than the movie. However, I wish it touched more on her childhood.
That's what I thought it was gonna do.
Yeah, I thought it was going to do that too, but it went all the way to them.
So basically, we see a little bit in the movie,
Yeah, just a little bit.
but in the show they go into more detail.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
they don't elaborate on her childhood that much. I wish they would have done that, but they did not.
Hey, would you guys ever go skydiving or zip lining? That's what Rick wants to know from Facebook Live.
I'm too afraid of heights to do zip lining and skydiving.
I'll do the zip
I
lining.
would do it probably
Which
because you
one
could
would you do,
only
zip
you
lining or
only live
skydiving?
once.
Man. I mean, if I mean, I'll give I mean, the height the zip line thing. I've seen that plenty of times. I also saw celebrities do it, but to me, it's just it frightens me.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm gonna hit the hey guys.
All right, Pistol, you take it
It
easy,
was
bro, man.
great
Thanks for
meeting
coming
you,
back on.
Diamond Princess,
Me too.
Alexander.
I
You
I
mean,
take
take
care,
care.
Steve.
All right.
Oh, do you know Zoe Kravitz is going to play Selena Kyle, the Catwoman,
No, I
in the
didn't
new
know that.
Batman? Yeah,
no.
When is this?
this is supposed to come out this year, but it might take a little bit longer. It might come out next year. But she was the black person that they were talking about to play
Okay.
Catwoman.
All right. That may be good.
I mean, shoot, I'm okay with it. I'm definitely okay with it.
Yeah,
Wait. So does that mean she going to be able to kiss Bruce Wayne?
I'm thinking that I do not know because the movie is not done yet,
Okay.
but
Oh
they're
man.
almost finished, and I think the bat suit, it looks pretty awesome to me.
Oh
So it's
yes,
gonna
that
have
bad.
Robert Patterson in it from Twilight.
Yeah, yeah, but I think he's grown. I think he could be. I think I'm going. If the movie is good, I'm going to put him in my top three Batmans that I like.
Yeah, I think they should have chose a better Batman, like somebody similar to Kevin Conroy. And don't get me wrong on this, I don't mean to sound like a pervert, but I believe Kevin Conroy's Batman voice is sexy.
Hmm.
I thought his voice was intimidating as Batman.
It
Um,
it is pretty intimidating. That's why he got the role of Batman, because that's what they're looking for.
Hmm.
You,
Who's
you
going to be
know,
the next Batman?
Patterson.
Oh.
I like, in my opinion, I don't know, because when you have other people playing Batman, they don't nearly. I would say they're some of them are kind of close to Kevin Conroy, but some of their voices are too light
Hmm.
to be, and they're not intimidating. They're not intimidating as Kevin Conroy.
I thought Christian Bale's voice as Batman was very intimidating. It
I
it's
thought
it,
before Kevin Conroy, I thought Michael Keaton did a pretty good job,
Yeah.
but Kevin Conroy took the cake. He took all of it.
Okay, who do y'all think did the best Joker?
Huh,
That's a difficult one.
oh
oh
man.
no, it's not. What's his name? He died before the movie even came out.
Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger. He
Heath
did a
Ledger.
great job in portraying the Joker.
I like
Oh
Joaquin
man.
Phoenix in the Joker, like the actual movie, The Joker.
Oh,
I
really?
mean,
Yeah.
to me, Mark Hamill. I mean, yeah, he got the Joker's laughter down. Yeah, you would actually think that Mark Hamill is the Joker because he got the Joker's laughter down real good.
Mm.
But I think Heath Ledger, he got the craziestness down.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, he got he was cray cray.
I think they should make another
Oh,
Joker one because they did a really good job with the Joaquin Phoenix one. I hope they make another one.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen that one. But
Oh my God, you're gonna love it.
oh yes, me and my sister we watched it. It was good. My dad fell asleep because he doesn't like the talking in the movie. I'm like, how you gonna find out what's going on if there ain't no talking in there? I mean,
oh.
Hmm.
But there's also like an anime Batman. I just don't like the drawings in this one. It looks like it sucks.
So when's the new Batman coming out?
They said 2021, but they didn't say when.
This is
There's
what the villains are gonna be in it, or they haven't announced any of that yet.
there's an anime Batman. It's called The Long Halloween, and it's the part one. And it's
Ooh, I
supposed
want
to
to see that
be,
one.
yeah, it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be coming out in October.
oh man.
But I like Batman to be intimidating.
Oh
That's,
yeah, me too. I mean, Batman being
when I
intimidating.
hear Batman's voice, I want to be shook. I want to be shook.
I mean, shoot. That would be awesome. Yeah, um if I seen the designs for the new Batman animated series. I mean, at this point I gotta say the cartoon one from yeah, when did they make the cartoon one? I think it was nine.
1993. That was the
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think she's right.
Dark
Yeah.
Knight series.
Okay, because frankly, I some uh, I was born as see I don't know when some of the anime was when some of the cartoons was made.
Hmm. Well,
You
shit. All
know,
right. Good.
J.J. Abrams is supposed to lead the the new Batman, the anime series on HBO.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh, I
he
did.
produced Star Trek and other stuff.
I did.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
did.
he's
I
gonna work.
did.
He's gonna be one of those guys who's gonna be working on the new Batman the animated series on HBO. But come on, like if it's on HBO, if Batman the animated series is gonna be on HBO, I want some sex scenes. I want
Yeah.
some nudity.
Well, pretty
Okay.
much I do too. I mean, uh,
Cause
pretty.
if it's on HBO, that means it's not gonna be for kids. It's more like for adults.
Adults, yeah, I agree too.
Yeah, like the Spawn and animated series. They still doing the Spawn animated series on HBO. And my dad told me about. I'm like, wait, so they made the Spawn the series on HBO and then the movie? I'm like, and then they're going to make another Spawn movie, but this time with Jamie Foxx. I mean,
Oh wow.
Jamie Foxx as Spawn?
yep.
I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
He's
I
more of
mean,
a comedic type, not no, I can't see him. I like Jamil White. They should bring him back for that Spawn. He did a real good job.
I agree.
Like,
oh Michael J. White. I definitely agree. He was intimidating. Dead thing. Sometimes
yeah.
I still get shooken. I still get shooken every time I even watch that movie.
Oh my goodness, I still watch Spawn to this day. I saw the animated series on HBO, and it was a lot of nudity, and I loved it because
Mm,
it that just shows you it's for adults, not for kids. And
Yeah.
I hope this Batman the animated series, if they're gonna put it on HBO, I hope it's the same thing.
Yeah, I wonder if that new Spiral's any good. The one with the Saw Jigsaw. They say it's Chris Rock and then Samuel L. Jackson was in it.
my dad told me about it. My dad said they need to leave Saw alone.
Oh, it wasn't any good. He saw the movie.
And no, but we have to collect the Saw collection in the living room under the TV stand, and
Mhm.
he said the first two were good.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree. The first two, actually, part two is better than part one. In my opinion, Saw 2 is the best one.
Isn't Saw a franchise?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I know the Michael Myers they have a franchise, and so does Freddy Krueger.
yeah.
There's a lot of franchises. A lot of them.
and they,
Halloween is a franchise. You
mhm.
know,
The hell is
I
that
mean,
noise in the background? Sound like somebody dying.
sorry, that was my little brother.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and they did ruin the Terminator franchise
Oh yeah,
big
they threw
time.
Terminator into the ground. I mean, the video game series are doing well. I saw the last Terminator they made in 2019. That wasn't too bad, but in terms of the movies, yeah, they screwed the Terminator franchise
that's
so bad.
because James Cameron wasn't doing those movies. That's why it
Yep,
went to the ground.
Oh, okay. Because the first two
yep,
Terminators good. After that, it's trash.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean
James Cameron did not do that.
the Rise of the Machines. It was okay, but the other ones that came after.
Like Salvation, I did not like that one.
No, I didn't like it either.
Oh no, definitely didn't like that one.
The
But when they create,
2015 one, could be a little bit better.
yep. I mean, I mean, they actually made a video game of Terminator Salvation, and they actually have the arcade version at the movie theaters and at Second and Charles.
I didn't know
Not
that.
Second and Charles. Frankie's Fun Park. Yeah. I mean, I mean, but when I look at it, sometimes it scares me because the original Terminator scares me. It scares
Oh
me.
yeah, that was action packed. I loved it.
Mhm.
And I love Terminator Judgment Day. Oh my
Part
god.
two,
Oh
yeah.
yes, yes.
That was way better than the first one. I was like, James Cameron put his foot in it. He knew what he was doing.
I wonder why he never made a part three.
There was a part
Oh,
3, but he wasn't doing that one.
Part 3 was the rise of the machine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm wondering why James Cameron never wrote a part 3 to begin with.
I don't know. I guess he left
Okay.
because it probably wasn't something that he wanted. Because whatever James Cameron touched turns to gold. Okay. I love the Terminator. I love the Terminator. Because Universal, when I was working at Universal, they had well, I wasn't working then, but when I went to Universal for the very first time, they had Terminator the ride, and I loved it.
Wait, they had Terminator, the actual ride of the Terminator?
Yeah, they had it. But then in
Oh, I'm sorry,
2012,
won't be going on it.
but in 2012, it turned into Minions because Minions started to become popular.
Yeah.
And Minions is for like kids. So I was like kind of disappointed. But if you guys were to go to Universal, it's not really as big as Universal Universal Orlando.
I mean, I would love to go there, but it have to be after hurricane season.
Where do you live at? What state?
I live in South Carolina, not too far from
Florida.
From Florida. Yep.
Oh, hurricane season's coming up for you guys?
Yeah, we get hurricane season 2 in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot.
And sometimes the hurricanes will keep going until it reaches the Pacific Ocean, and sometimes they'll go to Japan. So that's why
Yeah,
yeah,
so
they done
we
it
start. No,
like,
well, actually, it starts in August and September are the most active months, but we start around June. So like
because
next,
I know you guys were hit by Hurricane Harvey, not too long ago. That
yeah,
was devastating.
2017.
Yeah, that was very devastating.
Yeah, we were out of power for like about 2 weeks.
Gosh. But what about the power in Texas now? Do they have it back on?
Yeah.
Were you out of power?
You mean during that cold front couple months
Yeah.
ago?
Mm-hmm.
I was out for 4 days, but parts of North Texas they were out for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I heard they were out of power.
Yeah, it sucks. Our power grids is run independently by the Chinese, and all the other power grids are all together. That's why they're able to get their power back on quickly.
In California, when we hit a power grid, it turns on back on like that.
Damn, really?
Yeah, it turns back on us quick. We will be out for a couple of seconds and then it will rejuvenate and our power be back on.
Even if you have a massive fires, like those massive fires?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's pretty
Yes.
cool.
Yeah,
I hate the fires. Because one time when I had a fire and I was living close to the mountains, me and my family had to evacuate. I remember I thought this would never happen in my lifetime. And this is when I was working at Universal Studios and had a fire. And I remember the sheriffs, knocking on our door saying that we had to evacuate. You don't have to, but it's in the best interest because there's a lot of smoke.
Did your house get burned down?
No, we wasn't that close, but we were close to, inhale the smoke.
That sucks. So where'd y'all go?
We went to we didn't go far, but we were far from the mountains.
So where do y'all go to? Just a hotel or what?
We went to a hotel. We stayed there for a day. Because it wasn't that bad. I only paid $90 for one day. because everybody, like I'm telling you, the hotels were full. All the hotels in our area was full because people had to evacuate. So when we did find a hotel, you know, we I paid for it, and we stayed there for the night.
You know, well, I mean, I would love to go to the Universal theme park in Orlando because I, I I'm like hoping that they have the Terminator ride still there, but
Hmm.
after, like I said, after seeing the first two Terminator movies,
Is Universal Studios
now
expensive to go to? Like
I'm
Disneyland and
sorry.
all that?
I'm sorry. What was that again?
Is it expensive to go to Disneyland?
Disneyland?
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends. If you're getting like passes and all that stuff, it will run you up to like thousands of dollars.
God damn.
Yes.
well done,
If you get
well
it, if the
done.
package comes from for a hotel, it will cost you like thousands of dollars.
What's the cheapest?
Now,
Um, shoot, it's expensive all around. If you want to, spend a night like one day in the hotel, and you're just going there for one day, that will be the cheapest. But please don't get no passes. Those passes are expensive, and it's especially when if you live in Texas or whatever, it's going to be a
Mhm.
waste because you won't be going to Disneyland that often. So my best bet is to do it in advance, book a hotel in advance,
Okay.
and just go for a day. See how you like it.
How much does it
But
cost for a day?
it
that
depends.
sounds
I think now since the economy is back open, I would say it will run you up between $99 to, it depends too on the age too. So kids under 4 years old get in for free.
Okay.
So for adults, I would say it's
funny.
$106
Not
for
bad.
$106 to
That's not that
it's
bad.
Disneyland. Everybody loves it.
Not that bad compared to the thousands she was talking about earlier.
Yeah, for a pass and all those, goodies that they throw in there. Yeah.
well. uh,
Oh, Veronica, you coming to California? Where you gonna go? Tell me what are you gonna go to Disneyland? Are you gonna go Six Flags? Are you gonna go to Universal? There's lots to do. Are you gonna go to the Santa Monica Pier? There's lots to do. But the cheapest theme park out here in Southern California is Knott's and Six Flags.
Hmm.
Yeah, because to get a ticket for an adult for Six Flags is like $60, probably a little bit more.
oh man.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's cheap to go to Six Flags and Knott's Berry Farm.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Well, you know, I, they ain't no Batman rides there. I'm hoping that
No,
maybe
at Six Flags that there is.
Oh, question. You said you had to pay the thousands of dollars. What does that all come with? You said it comes with goodies. What did you mean
Yeah,
by
if you get a VIP pass, you get like backstage. You go backstage and you can tour backstage. Um, you get you don't have to pay for food. It's free dining.
that? Hmm.
Um,
oh,
yeah,
mm,
you get in front of the line. Um, what is it called? Like a fast pass or something? You get that. It comes with that, and you get a hotel. You stay at one of our hotels.
Yeah.
And other stuff. And that's the
And,
VIP.
and how many passes is the VIP? And that's for just one VIP pass?
One VIP pass for per person.
Oh, and how long does the VIP pass last? Is it just one day?
It depends. It could last for like 6 days. Depends how long you're gonna be at the park or visiting the park. Because we have Disneyland fanatics out here in California, and it also works at Disney World. They're the same company. And Disney World is a lot bigger. It's a lot more stuff to do. But watch out for those damn crocodiles, because a kid almost got caught up with a crocodile. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Damn, that's what's up. Well, shit, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm getting tired. Let me go ahead and end it real quick. So Veronica, just hit me up on Facebook. You got my Facebook. Just hit me up.
Oh,
And,
can I talk to you real quick after you shut it down?
yeah, I'm about to end the stream right now. We'll talk.
All right.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
end it.
All right.